And we're live. Welcome everybody to Mug's July meeting. I'm the host Wade, and we've got quite a new panel actually. Quite a few people haven't been on the stream before, apart from Gary. He's always been around. So
like a bad smell.
would everyone like to introduce themselves and say hello?
Hello, I'm Matt. I've been part of Mug, been going to the Mugs meetings all last year. And yeah, just trying to get into mocking for myself. Something new.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Shanae.
Hello.
Ricardo, a couple of people in the green room. Oh, does someone have streaming as well? If you did open, because we're getting a bit of feedback. I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm just testing that. Okay. Do you have the YouTube open? I'm getting just the feedback. Shane? Do you have the YouTube open as well?
I don't.
Because we're getting feedback
from
your end. Okay, that's better. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah.
I'll leave it off for now.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Let's introduce people. So we've got Matt, Gary, Laura, Dewey. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name.
Oh yeah, that's a good way. No problems.
Oh, we've lost someone. Gary. Okay. Gary, you've dropped out, so I'm going to add someone else in. Add Ricardo. Hi, Ricardo. Welcome. We've got quite a few people queuing up to come in. Sorry, Matthew, I see you in the green room at the back. When we'll swap people out. Oh, we've lost Ricardo. Okay. Hey, Matthew.
Oh, hello. I was going to type in that I'm fine to stay in the green room for a bit because I'm just about to make myself some lunch.
Oh, okay.
So
I can swap you out with Ricardo because he's just popped back in. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, just swap me up for a bit. I'm fine. I'm going to go and get some lunch for the kids. So. Okay,
no worries. So I'll put you in the green room, Matt, and just wave when you want to come back in.
Okay.
And then, hey, Ricardo, I've added you back to the stream. How is everyone today? Is anyone building anything?
I better turn my sandwich maker off if I'm good.
Sorry? Oh, okay. Are you going to make lunch, Matt? Okay. You're heading off to make lunch?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I'll put you in the green room and just wave when you want to come back in.
Sure, no problem.
Cool. No worries. So how is everyone today?
Are you still getting feedback?
No.
That's okay, cool.
Oh, hold on. No.
All good?
There's a little bit of feedback.
Yeah, I think my phone's a bit done. I'll wait till my computer turns on.
Okay, no worries. No worries. Hey, Laura. So what are you building today?
Oh. Am I on? Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe more sorting. I think.
More sorting. Okay.
I've got some bricks and yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what happens here, so I'm just curious to see what people get up to and what you're doing and.
People show off what they're building. Talk about Lego. Anything really. Yeah. So if you've got some stuff that you want to show off, or if you've got any questions about like the whole Lego journey, or anything that you want to learn, we can sort of ask questions and answer questions.
Yeah, cool. I don't have anything that I've built or anything like
Okay.
that. I'm definitely would love to learn some building techniques and tips and tricky things and illegal stuff, illegal moves, or I'm still on my old retro set, so I'm very limited with my bits and pieces, so I have to kind of figure out other ways to put stuff together. So it's quite, I like the challenge. It's cool. It's good. Yeah. I've got my little cardboard box of just
all the little bit.
like all the garbage bins. I don't know. It's just like random stuff from the 80s, So
like my stacks of pick-a-brick cups that I have like
cool.
just lying around with all sorts of parts that I've got from different sets and stuff.
That's
that
awesome.
I just have stacked.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere.
And Mum was a real sweetheart because I told her I've started to get interested in Lego again, so she bought me just one of these.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I'd like to get more. I'm not so interested in the themey sets, more like bricks and parts, so I can build sculpture kind of stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Get any tips in that would be awesome.
Okay.
And
do you use any digital building stuff?
I haven't had to look at the studio yet. Yeah, so that's definitely something. Yeah, because I've had a lot of Maya experience years ago, many years ago. So, I think I'll probably pick that up pretty okay. And then the flexibility, you can do whatever you want. Like, it's quite open. Yeah, look at it.
Well, I just love Studio because you can build whatever you want and you don't have to worry about finding the parts because they're always in there.
Yeah.
That's why I build in digital a lot. Sorry, just a couple of shout outs. Hi Nathan in the chat, and hi Nikas and Steve, hello. Welcome. So I guess if you want to learn some techniques, what kind of techniques did you want to have a look at or learn?
I saw this really cool thing on Lego Masters this season. Still haven't finished watching the final. I'm up to the grand final for the spoilers because I tried to watch it yesterday and my internet was terrible and I couldn't watch it. I was really Anyway, the one where they did the explosion episode, and the guys who made the castle, and they did this like inverted on the top of the castle. They had like a line. I should have done a screen snap actually. They did like a line of 1x2s, and they flipped it upside down so it was curvy. And I was wondering how they did that. Stuff like that, really unusual techniques, curvy stuff, more organic.
Just trying to find the photos from that, and then I'll see if I can do it. So it was the explosion episode?
Yep. Episode 2, I think. No, episode 3 or something like that.
Okay.
I can call it up as well.
I just need a photo of what it was.
Yeah. I'll find it.
The only photos that I see of that episode are the explosions, not the pre-built stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to work out.
And sharks.
Sharks. Oh, yeah.
Sharks. Yeah. So Nathan, you said a net technique. What do you mean by that? Hey Shane, are you okay now?
I think so. Does it sound all right?
Yep, no echo.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey Andrea, welcome.
Show your face. Andrea, show your face.
Okay, so let's have a look at castles. So I'm trying to find the castles. Did you manage to find it?
Oh, now I've got to go through all the ads. I'm actually going on Channel 9 now. Yeah, I'm actually doing the episode, but I've got to watch all the ads.
Right.
Damn commercials.
We should have asked some of the Lego Masters to come on.
That would have been awesome. Yeah.
Well, Kale from season 1 usually comes around sometime. Hey Shane, you dropped out again. I don't know if you removed yourself or not.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
Internet isn't my friend today.
Okay. So, one theory from the chat, Laura, is the technique used in the castle method was the net cloth method. So, have you seen that before?
Yeah, but I've seen it in a square of net, and then you put the 2x2s or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what you're referring to for the castle.
But it was actually like a line of, I don't have the information. It's just the 1 to 2s, and they're like a line.
It's really hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. My internet here is just doing itself on those just now. Oh, here we go. All right. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. No worries. So Shane, am I pronouncing your name right? Shane. Shanae. Sorry.
It's sort of like Shanae, but without the D. Oh, good.
Okay. So, are you building anything today?
I'm trying to build. I'm super new. But I'm trying to build like a little. So this is an ice cream shop, and then this is going to be like a surfboard rental shop.
Okay.
And there's a bit of a pier on the back.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'll just pop you on full screen so you can show it off.
There's a little pier on the side.
Okay.
And then I built this little dolphin head.
Cool.
That sits
Excellent.
in here.
Yeah.
But I don't really have the parts at the moment to get going with the roof of this one. But I made a little Cooley roof, which I'm really happy about.
Nice. Are you going to enter
and a little
into
ice cream truck to go with it.
Okay. That's pretty
Bit
cool.
of fun.
Are you going to enter it into our monthly competition?
Yeah, I saw that.
So you've got to email it to info@brickventures.com.
Yeah.
Shop.
Okay.
So you've got that takeaway feel the ice cream shop. So if you send it through, we can get the voting happening. And that goes to anyone in the chat as well. If you've got a takeaway shop of any sort that you'd like to feature as part of our monthly build, it's a takeaway shop no bigger than a 32 by 32 base plate. And you can email a photo to info@brickventures.com. And then info on brickventures.com.au.
Ventures. All right. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
And then we're putting up a poll on the Mugs group today, and people can vote on your creation, and you can win a prize of some sort.
Awesome. Sounds good. So I'll do it next.
All right. I have Ian in the green room. So Ricardo or Dwayne, I might move you into the green room for the moment. And then just shout out in the private chat if you wanted to come back in.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Wade.
Yeah, cool. Hey Ian, how you doing?
Hi, Ron.
Welcome.
Good. Yeah, got a
Here
little
is
bit late.
the email address up. Sorry,
Cool.
I made it info@brickbenchers.com.
Yeah, it's got a t-shirt on.
Ah, yes. How you doing today, Ian?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. Just fixing up. Had a little accident this morning, a bit of an AUD event. So I've just got all the Lego off the floor, and now I'm going to sort it back out again.
The worst
so
thing,
good.
Lego everywhere.
Yeah. Bookshelf has got a bit of a dent in it. It's collapsed.
Yeah.
So that's today's job. Later I'll have to fix the bookcase up. What are everyone up to?
We're sort of discussing some Lego techniques and trying to find a photo of the castle that exploded as part of Lego Monsters Season 2. But I don't seem to be able to find it.
Yeah, I'm taking apart the Fiat to build it.
Did
If that
Mary
makes
look up
sense.
before you?
Yeah. It arrived and it was quickly claimed.
Fair enough. All right. Ricardo, I'm going to swap you out for Matthew. Matthew, are you good to come back in, or you still no? Okay. He's waving no. He's still eating lunch, I think. Nathan. Is that the castle?
Yep, that is. It's just before that. I just don't know what timestamp I'm looking at, and Channel 9 go through every ad break. So
Oh no.
Is it okay?
We'll get there. I'll let you know. You can swap me with someone else if you want, and I'll shout out when I find it if you like.
Sure. Okay. I'll swap you out for Steve at the moment then.
Cool.
Steve, are you good to come in? Yeah. All right. Just wave when you're ready to come back.
How do I wave?
Just wave at the camera.
Oh, so you
so I've got everyone displayed
cool.
in the bottom, and you go in the green room until you're ready to come back. Yeah. Hi, Steve. Welcome.
Hey, sorry. One sec.
What? So Nathan's asking a question. What's everyone's thoughts on the new Lego Mario sets that are coming out in August?
Sorry, just got interrupted by one of the kids coming in. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thoughts on Super Mario? Not for me.
Yeah, won't be entering this household.
I quietly like them. I've been watching a lot of the YouTube videos and reviews on them, and I really like the built figures in them. I don't know if the play value is targeted at my age group though, which is fine, but the figures are cool. I like the figures. I think Richard from Rambling Bricks said it well. It's not a theme that you need to get all the sets for. You can probably get 1 or 2 sets, and that would be enough to fulfill your Mario feel.
Yeah, I'd need to complete the collection if I started.
Yeah.
That won't be happening.
So, yeah. Anyway, how are you building, or what are you building today, Steve? Still working on the dinosaur?
No, Dinosaur finished yesterday. Last night. I was part of the 72-hour community YouTube stream throughout the world.
Cat in the backyard.
Okay, there's a cat in the backyard apparently, so that's need to know that. Yeah, no, that was good.
That's perfect.
Just in perfect timing. So today it's a matter of sorting, and I've got some figures and things to put away into containers and all that sort of stuff that I don't really need out. So yeah.
Okay.
I was just is it Laura was on before, and she's like, how do I wave? Sorry, I thought that was hilarious. You move your hand from side to side.
She's laughing in the green room, Steve. Stop making fun of our new people.
I'm not. I just thought it was funny. This brain is fried. I've been watching too much YouTube, continuous community streaming. It's oh my god. You got to support each other. So
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for coming on too, Wade. And to Gary, I didn't really get a chance to cover all the bases that I normally would.
That's all right.
Restricted with time, and you really need to get off, and you've got to quick finish this build. It's very hard sometimes to make sure you cover all the bases. So, thanks to Kelly. Actually, Kelly was the one that managed to jump on and do that for me. So,
yeah.
How are we finding you guys on this Sunday?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah,
Always a bonus.
enjoying isolation.
Yeah, life as usual.
Pretty much now.
All right. Laura, I know you're in the green room, but is this the castle? Sorry, I'm going to swap. Sorry, Ricardo, I'm going to swap you out for the moment and add Laura back in for a sec. Hey, Laura, is this the castle that you're talking about?
Yeah, and I found that I've got the skills from the screen. I just don't know how to share it with this.
Okay, there should be a button at the bottom to share screen.
Okay, cool.
Right.
All right, I'll have to send it from my phone to my. Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Wade, there's a Bok sighting in the chat.
Hey, Kate. Hey, Bok. We've got a lot of people in the green room at the moment, but you're welcome to stop in.
I'm happy to. Seriously, I'm streamed out, so I'm just wanting to jump in and say hello. I'm happy just to watch from the sidelines. So, yeah.
Right. Well, I'll swap you out. And Matt, are you good to come back in?
Hello to Matt too. Sorry, Matt. Matt was watching yesterday. Thank you, dude. Appreciate your support.
Okay. All right. I have two Matts back.
Teaching Laura how to wave.
Is that it?
Sorry, Laura.
That was very
Quick, get rid of me. Get me out.
All right.
Bring that back in.
Okay. Welcome back, Matt.
Thanks, mate.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, there is two Matts, so Matthew and Matt. Matt isn't in the stream right now, but Matthew is. Getting confusing.
Yeah, I'm fine to go with Matthew. Either way.
Okay, no worries. So, are you building anything today?
Probably not today. I've built a few things since I was last in one of these meetings, which I guess was a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, time seems to have lost a lot of meaning this year. So, yeah, I built myself out of there's a brick head. So, and then I sort of out of. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Good work.
Thank you. Yeah, and then I saw on the mugs thing that I built that about a month late because I saw that there was a competition for the brickheads last.
Yeah. Are you entering today's competition then?
No, I don't have anything built for that. I saw that.
You have like 2 hours to get something together. If you want to live.
Yeah, I've got a Zoom meeting in about an hour, so I've got.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you have an hour to build. It's enough time. Lego Masters time.
Online challenge.
Yeah. Oh dear. Did you manage to get that, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to click the share screen button at the bottom of the screen, and then pick the whatever you want to do, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Just going through some prompts for permission access and stuff.
Oh, okay. No worries. You're staring very intently at the camera there. So is there any other techniques or anything that anyone else wants to have a look at or learn about or discuss?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention if anyone's new to this sort of thing or haven't quite caught up, there's a few handy books out there that you can get. If you're on Booktopia, you can potentially download them. So
Okay.
and the other day I built the airboat from the instructions in that.
Okay.
And and then that one got some nice builds in it. And this one's all contributions from other adult Lego fans.
Okay.
And it was that one. And actually, the same author who did this was at Brickbench a few years back. Has also done one on Lego cities, and that's actually got some contributions from some local builders.
Okay. Sorry. I'm seeing people are trying to. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just asking if the Lego branded book was in.
What was that?
So you're asking
The Lego branded build.
I'm not familiar with that one. Yeah, there's so many Lego
Yeah, I
books.
think it was the. Right.
Sorry, you're breaking up there a bit.
Hang on, actually, yeah, this one must be official Lego because it's got like you said, it's got the Lego logo.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
Yeah, this is from 2011, so I don't know. It might not be in print anymore. Yeah.
Gary, can I swap you into the green room for a bit?
Yeah, that's all right.
Thanks.
I found the screen.
Hi, everyone.
Sorry, you've found the.
I don't know if I'm sharing the screen or not. Can anyone see my screen?
No, it hasn't come through on my
Yes.
side, and I have to enable it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Is it working now?
No, nothing's come through yet.
How about I just do the phone trick?
You can try that now, and I'll see. Because I'm using the free version of StreamYard, it only allows me to have 10 active windows, so it's managing the people in the green room as well. So I'll get you to try streaming again and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm hang on. Okay, now.
Yeah, no, nothing's come through.
It's telling me Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. All right, let me try again. I've got a Mac, so maybe. Oh God.
Okay.
Anyway, maybe it's just easier to do the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, just hold it up to the screen.
Yeah, I think seriously, I'm going to do it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, just a second.
Let me make you bigger. Okay.
And then I've got another one. So that.
Okay.
That's the dome they made.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. So you want to know how they did the inverted slope bit?
Yeah, and I think I can figure out the actual dome curve bits, but it's mainly the rails there, the edges.
The white bit with
white
the
and the purple. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have a theory, and I'm probably wrong, but I will try and recreate it for you.
Yeah.
Let me Sorry, I have to prepare.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, something that occurred to me potentially could be a bit of flex tube, and on the back of those 3x1 plates that might have a tile with a clip to hold those in place along the flex tube.
Yep, that's precisely what I was thinking. So 1, 2, 3. And then
Can I just say that I'm like really happy I found you guys?
we will end up costing you a lot of money.
I'm starting to be very aware, realizing, yeah. So anyway, maybe studio's looking good for now. But yeah, let's see.
Yep.
I like the tactileness of it, obviously. Yeah, anyway. Small steps.
Small steps. Yeah. Okay. I'm adding you back in, Matthew. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button.
Okay.
My
No
fault.
worries. Sorry, I'm working with 3 screens at the moment, so I don't know what the tube is called in Studio. Anyone in the chat knows what flex tube is called in Studio? I need to work that out. So everyone quiet. Hi, Elizabeth. Sorry. How are you today?
I'm happy for you to go into the green room. I'm not doing much in the way of Lego today. Just wanted to watch, but had trouble getting in with YouTube.
Okay, no worries. Okay, I'll pop you back in the green room then, and I'll add Kate in, if that's all right.
Yep.
Okay, no worries. Thanks for joining.
Well, I couldn't miss it, but I've only just got myself up though, and I need breakfast and so on.
Okay, no worries. I'll swap you over for Kate for the moment. Just wave if you want to come back in.
Okay.
Yeah, don't know if I actually.
Sorry,
I don't know if I actually used Studio. I tried some of the earlier CAD programs for Lego quite a few years back, but yeah, I just find with Lego it's easier for me to think around when I've actually got the physical bricks, sort of like that. Yeah, needing to feel things in my hands.
I fully agree. The bricks are definitely easier to create in person, and you get a feel for it. But yeah. Studio, I think, is good to prototype something and get an idea of how it looks, especially with the rendering thing. All right, so Laura, this is the concept for you. So it's pretty simple. You've got a piece of flex tube, which can change its shape to whatever you want. So obviously I'm not doing that right, but you can move the flex tube there, and then you've got the 1x3 plate and the clip here, and then you just bend the tube to the curve that you want.
Okay, so that's actually something. It's a flexible plastic thing in real life. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So it's it is this stuff. So it's like a flexible tube.
Cool.
So you just curve that to your curve, and then add the clips to it.
Wow.
So there's all sorts of parts you can get to recreate that.
That's really cool. Yeah. Thank you.
I find it interesting to try and recreate some of the techniques people have used on various things. Like I don't know how to do that. Like I learned a new roofing technique. So this is a roof, and it's just got the round bits down the middle and plate in the side. And it looks like a roof, and it's stable and secure. That was one of the things that I was working on before.
Is that? Can you zoom that in just a little bit more, please?
Yeah. So it's 1 by 1 round bricks. To secure it on, I've used this part, the 1 by 1 with that bit. I don't know what it's called. So that's connected to the plate at the bottom, or plate in the middle, and that connects them all together.
And how does that attach? What's that plate look like underneath, upside down?
It's just a standard plate, and then I've just got a 1 by 8 plate across.
Cool.
So it looks like an old sort of, I don't quite know what it's called. Like just
like an oriental, like
it could be.
Yeah.
And obviously, because Studio comes in just the white bricks at the moment, you can change the color to whatever color you want. Like I do that into the so it looks kind of like a roof when you change the color to the right color.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's just my fiddling around with Studio.
So you work out techniques like that in Studio first, and then you go back and try and build it physically with the bricks?
Yeah. So I read a lot of news blogs on Lego, and I see a lot of creations that come through. So I try and recreate some of the techniques that I see in the Studio, techniques that I see on the news blogs in Studio, just to see how it works and try and break down other people's creations. So when I find techniques like that, I just recreate the roof part of it and then file it away for later. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is stuff I'd like. Yeah, this is the stuff I'm really interested in, all these kind of alternative building.
It's really good to be able to ask people what's happening and how to work out sort of techniques. Sinead, I'm going to swap you for Matt.
Is there like an instruction book, or like a some sort of
there's no real like instruction book, I guess.
Instruction, more like a compilation of different.
Well, I've got an Lego architecture one that's really I enjoy. Go and find it. Hang on, it's quite good.
Okay. Kate, while you're away, I'm going to add Veronica in temporarily. Where is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Veronica.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I was late.
How are you doing today?
Good. I've been grouting.
Grouchy.
Grouting the tiles.
Grouty. Ah. Cool.
So I thought I'd pop in and say hello and then pop out again so I can wash them all off.
Just for your stamps, right?
Yeah.
So for everyone who's watching, if you comment in the chat or join us in the live stream, you'll get some stamps to add to your passport, Mug's passport. If you don't have a passport,
say hello, Mark.
We'll still record your name. Hi, Mark. I'll still record your name, and the points will still add up. Sure. Yeah. All right. Kate, have you found the book? I'll add you back. Okay.
Take me out, Dale, because I'll go and do my grouting while I'm listening to you.
Okay, no worries. Thanks, Veronica.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. You found the book?
Yes, Laura. That one. Well, let's see.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a hard cover as well. But if I just open up, so yeah, like I'm just trying to find. It's got like different like box windows there. There's a whole stack of different things.
Huh.
Here, I'll go to the contents page. I'll give
I've
you
never
the
seen that before.
It's quite good actually. Yeah, doors, columns. So that's like start of a new section, wall cladding and shingles. So you can then it'll give you different ways of doing things. Pretty simple, yeah. So it's so if you're struggling to come up with something or a feature of your building or whatever,
pretty cool.
and you can modify from that too. So get a start.
Another website that I follow, which is called Tips and Bricks.
Yeah, it's really good. That one.
Yeah. They're on Facebook as well as their own website, and they do like little tutorials or little breakdowns of what people have used in their parts. Like I'll bring one up. So he brings out like what parts he've used to create certain mocks. Like the TV is made out of the stud shooters. The plant thing is made out of the gun turret thing. So that's worth checking out as well because it shows us all the techniques of how to make garage doors or just random little things. That's pretty decent to learn.
Well, they're on Insta as well. So
Yes.
follow them on Insta.
Yeah. And they've also released a couple of books you can download as PDFs from their website.
Okay.
Yeah. So one's collection of techniques and one specifically for trees. So
okay.
From
Do you
that,
have the link for that one?
The Tips and Bricks website.
Yeah, I'll put the link into the description into the chat. So it's tipsandbricks.co.uk, and then you can find the free books that they have there at the top.
Yeah, and I've actually built the tree that's in this scene, and also the tree is based on one of the ideas of strengthening it using a bit of flex tube in the trunk, and also the chair is based on one of their techniques as well.
Huh.
Cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Brent in the chat is saying that it's interesting to see how you can use a traditional part for other purposes and something completely different. And yeah, I agree. Like the Lego chair, the brown chair that you get, the preformed chair. I don't know what it's called apart from a chair. I've seen that used as a chair, but I've also seen it used as roofing. I've seen it used as all sorts of stuff. Walls even. So it's interesting how they can reuse parts and people get creative and reuse parts. They talk about it on Lego Masters all the time with the best parts usage. So I think it's quite interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember wandering around Brickvention I think last year with my friend Travis, who is and we were looking at some of the techniques and we're just pointing at things. We've been building for years, and then you just look at something that someone's built. And that is such a great use of that part. Never would have thought of doing that. It's just
absolutely. Does anyone want to go in the green room for a moment? We've got another person. Laura? Okay. I'll just talk you out for the moment and add Ben in. Hi, Ben. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Yep.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Is this your first Mugs meeting?
No, I've been live streaming, yes, but I've been to the other ones.
Ah, nice. Welcome. Are you building anything today?
Well, I have built a Holden Commodore divisional van.
Okay.
Mock.
You have it there that you want to show it off?
Yeah.
Or
Got it right here.
I'll put
I can figure out where the camera is with this thing. Yeah. Managed to do a Holden Commodore.
Okay.
From the BE version, because the newer ones are BS, but
nice. And in multicolored, because that's the parts you had.
Yeah, because doing this in whole white and blue is going to be, and I don't have the budget to do that, so
okay.
Sometimes the parts don't even come in the right colors, but
yeah,
still, they may do them eventually.
Yeah,
hopefully.
That's what I've found that's good and bad about when I use a studio, because I build something in the colors that I want, and then I discover the parts that I want aren't in those colors.
I prefer building in actual bricks.
Yeah.
Than using technology, because I've noticed sometimes when I used to use the LDD, sometimes the connections that could be done in real Lego didn't like it.
Yes.
I was annoyed about that so much.
Studio is a lot better because it has all the connections and stuff. But the colors, you need to be very specific about the colors.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to Studio.
Yeah,
I'm getting around to it, but
yeah, it takes a while to get used to.
It's in my opinion, I would say it's got over, in a way. I think the old LDD interface was probably a lot less complex.
Yes. Yeah.
But besides that, it was still. I think I do like the fact that they do have, it's the fact that Bricklink has officially done another bigger building software, but
yeah, and it's great to see that they're getting all the new parts and stuff in there reasonably quickly.
Yeah, so I wonder because I wonder what the next new element's going to be, because they've done so many new elements this year, such as flying helicopters. I was never expecting to see flying helicopter elements, because mind you, the sets that I guess ones they do are going to be a bit more expensive, because parts wise,
all of the new elements
molds are going to be bigger, expensive. They're going to be very big, expensive, and that's the thing. I think, though, I've thought, the new plane elements.
Yes.
The new plane elements. So I'm thinking, I don't know. In a way, I kind of prefer the old fronts of the planes because they're a bit more pointed. I think. Yeah. I think they were a bit more. I think the new one's slightly a bit more smushed in, if I would say, sort of bit. Yeah, sort of, but still, I don't mind them. But
yeah, it's just takes getting used to what the new parts are and what you want to use them for.
When Lego will probably do another new element that will work even better eventually.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're introducing so many new elements in like the Mario series, and
I know. I would have honestly, when I first, because I watched a YouTube video done by someone saying Lego may consider Nintendo in 2020. And
what do you mean consider taking
because licensing?
Yeah,
I would have honestly preferred minifigures.
Yeah, everyone says that. I think the buildable figures translate well.
Yeah, admittedly, if they're obviously going a bit retro there with bricks, block, with Minecraft, for example, pixel-wise, a Lego 2x2 kind of represents 1 pixel in a way. So I guess, in a way, it kind of makes sense. I've done them such big, but when I also
it works well.
So excited to see when they put the new collectible minifig bags out. The ones they've been apparently been told they're going to be doing the Nintendo ones.
Yeah, have you seen the photos of them?
Yeah, I've been so wanting to get, because I thought when I first saw the trailer come out, I was like, I thought it's a bit. I wasn't what I was expecting, and one of my favorite enemies of Mario is the blooper, the squids.
Yep.
And since I found they come in the collectible minifigures,
yes,
you know, I think to what I have to say, I'm surprised that they've done Mario collectible minifigures.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be too hard because price-wise, if they were going to do big molds, one-of-a-kind molds, it might exactly could possibly be too expensive. But obviously, I guess they go weighed it up and thought it's worth putting them on.
So these, for those in the chat, these are the blind bags that they're releasing. It's to do with the Nintendo game, and it's basically the enemies of Mario. Each one is $6.99 in Australia, and will be released on August 1st at your local Lego supplier. So they're all brick-built figures. They're not minifigs.
So does this interest you, Wade, these ones?
Sorry?
Do these ones interest you?
I very much so, yeah. So I actually like all the enemies, all the brick-built characters of the Mario range. I don't know if I want to get all the sets and have the sets, but I like the figures from them. So I think the only way I'm going to be able to get the figures is if I get the sets, unfortunately. Yeah. So
I'm a big fan of Mario.
Sorry?
I'm not a big fan of the Mario sets. I just think I saw there's a lot of them, and you can set them up as like a game system, and I just don't know if it's really my sort of thing.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on the game when they first announced it. I've been watching a couple of YouTube videos on how the game works and how you bounce the little Mario brick around the place. And I think it would be fun for the age market that it's targeted for, like the kids sort of 7 to 15, maybe. I don't know if it would be fun for adults or something. I can see us having a table maybe at Brickvention where, especially on like the Friday Lego Adult AFOL Day, where we have like the balancer beam thing and have a competition of how many coins you can get in 30 seconds or something. I think that would be fun, but as a general game concept, I think it would be good for a couple of hours of play, and then the kids would get bored with it quite easily.
Yeah, I think it'll become redundant quite quickly.
Yeah, I don't know if it's got that extra long play value for it. So,
also, another thing, Mike. Also, have you seen the new idea sets that are going to be coming out?
The new idea sets.
The Seinfeld one.
I mean, yeah, the ideas. The new ones coming out soon. Which
so they usually release an idea set every 3 months. I think the next one should be the piano. I think, depending on.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a few other ideas that I think one of them. There's been a bit of news. One that might be coming is the Home Alone house and the Seinfeld.
Yeah, Home Alone house, Seinfeld, and there was another one.
Some other one. Yeah. So I was a bit surprised Zelda managed to make it on there again.
Yeah, I don't think they'd produce a Zelda set. I think they've got something in the works for that already.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because they've denied Zelda so many times.
Yeah.
Now they've got the license. That I think Nintendo is probably going to be testing the waters here with Lego, seeing how is our original idea going to play out.
Yep.
And then if it sells well, they might be launching into a few more of their, you know, sort of few more of their more iconic games lines. They've done.
There's also meant to be a Sesame Street set that's coming out in ideas. Nathan said.
That would, I wouldn't actually mind seeing a Sesame Street set.
I think Sesame Street would require a lot more.
More intricate molds like the Angry Birds, I would say.
They'd need some sort of molds for the minifigs.
Because they could do a minifig and do a head like the Simpsons, or then might do there's the Angry Birds and mold new elements.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see if that actually what it will come out with.
Kathy's just said that there's also a typewriter coming, so they've made a Lego typewriter. Sorry, there is someone trying to join the green room. We only have 10 slots available in the green room in the back room. So if you're trying to get through and you're getting an error message, that would be why you're not able to connect at the moment. Sorry. We have a few people sitting in the back.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm happy to drop out for a little while because there's a couple of things I need to do. So if someone else into the green room,
Sure, no worries.
Yeah. I might pop back in a little bit later. I'll have it running, but yeah.
Okay. I'll take you out then.
Thank you.
All right. So if you've been trying to connect to the green room, you're more than welcome to try again. We should have a room slot now. I don't know if anyone will. So sorry, Nathan. Nathan is saying that the Sesame Street should be buildable figures as well. I probably think that they will be. That's the only way they can get around their no new molds for ideas set rule.
Yeah.
So, I was also thinking, perhaps, because if Nintendo are also doing a license, collectible minifigures, the Mario, perhaps we might get collectible minifigures in Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
That could technically happen, and then we might finally be able to get a minifig scale Mario.
Yes.
But the thing is, since Mario's got such a big nose, proportionally, because the minifigures don't really have noses, how is that going to play out?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like Fred Flintstone, how he just did not look like him.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's annoying that when Lego has this weird thing of not putting noses on minifig scale characters usually, and they just don't look like characters that have big noses and are iconically known for noses.
Yep.
If you squish them into a Lego minifigure, you've got to stick the nose on, or it's going to look awful.
Yes. Yeah, that's very true.
Because I remember, to be honest, I wasn't that surprised when a Seinfeld set was going to be released, because they've already done The Big Bang and Friends, so it was only going to be an amount of time before the other iconic sitcoms are going to appear. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Nathan is saying that the Edna node from Incredibles worked without a nose. Yeah, I guess so.
True. But then I'm also wonder what's gonna. I was wondering, you know, with the new Lego Star Wars, for example, since they don't produce any more movies in the Sega, what is Lego going to do? Are they going to go back, or are they going to produce sets of the newer Star Wars things, such as The Mandalorian, which they've already done, like the Razor Crest that's going to be coming out, but apparently, what would be the case? Because it makes me wonder that, because I know with the Fiverr First Battle Pack that was appearing, that's going to be coming out.
Mhm.
I'm trying. I wasn't that surprised with Lego when they produced Fiverr First. Eventually, because-
Yeah, it's good that they were able to produce something for the fans, I guess.
Yeah, because there was a big demand, so Lego eventually thought the demand's there, we're
Yeah.
going to do it.
Yep.
But I also wonder what's going to be next, because I wonder, because when they produced the Chiron, they made the giant scale Chiron out of the Lego Technic element power functions, and being the engine was powered by fully Lego. It makes me wonder. I thought that was pretty big achievement. The fact that Lego actually managed to do it mostly out of Lego. But there was also the other thing I was wondering about with the sustainable plastic. I wonder, where's Lego at with that? Because
Hi, Nathan. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hi. Hi, good to see everyone. Just working on some Great Ball contraptions, some mechs and things.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this one inspired by Akiyuki. So where you it drops balls in from the top, and they funnel down and around. I'm trying to come up with a way to make it rise back up, so it falls down again.
Okay.
A little ball contraption.
I'm going to put you on full screen so we can see it properly. Okay.
So, yeah, so hopefully the balls should, if I just put one in quick, should be able to, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But my main big project at the moment is for Brickvention. Fingers crossed it'll work. It's a big pirate ship rig. It's going to be motorized, so the whole thing should be swinging like it's an actual sailing ship. Don't want to give away too much at the moment, but some of my favorite parts on it is the use of this Hero Factory helmet upside down to make the bow here.
Okay.
But yeah, so there'll be a giant rig that moves left and right with the whole thing.
Awesome.
I'm just going to do some testing to make sure it'll last.
That looks
yeah, so
really,
the other
really
thing is, does anyone recommend a way to do the sails? Because I've started making some prototypes for the sails, but I'm still open to ideas.
So, what are you trying to do with the sails?
The sails need to be at least durable enough that they'll be able to survive the ship moving. But I want to make them sort of custom, so they're going to have to be custom cut to fit. The same way they go on is the Barracuda Bay, where it's just a cone that comes on and off.
Okay.
Not the pressing on. But, yeah, so that's what I'm at the moment.
Sorry, Nathan. Our resident Great Ball contraption expert Rowan is asking you to join the Australian Great Ball contraption team on Facebook.
Yeah, I joined a couple groups. I'm not quite sure which one it was.
Okay.
I think there was one that I joined that was Australia wide, but yeah, I'll keep looking for that. If you post a link, that'd be great too.
Okay. So it's definitely worth joining, because Rowan will be able to help a lot with any questions for Great Ball contraption. In regards to your sales, Spotlight have canvas canvas fabric that is known to be close to the quality of Lego sales that you can get, and you can print onto it as well. It's like a paper that you put through your inkjet printer, and you can just print whatever design you want and cut it out. So that might be an option for you.
Sounds great.
I did that with the Grand Carousel sales when they were fabric.
I'm just going to pop off for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to get something to help answer one of Ben's questions from earlier.
Okay.
So
I'll pop you in the green room for the moment, Matthew, and when you come back, just wave.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Laura or Sinead, do you want to come back in? for a little bit. I'll add Laura back in. Hello, welcome again.
Just with the spotlight thing, apparently they've got 40% off all fabric this weekend for the right people. So if you need to go to spotlight,
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for those in Victoria who can't get to the shops because we're in lockdown.
No, they're open. The shops are open, so it's a necessity item, necessary. You know.
I don't know about that.
Just go and get some food on the way.
Very important.
Anyone else want to wear a face mask? Perhaps you can make one out of fabric while you're down there.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, I think I was thinking, I know with the Lego City line, the police department, apparently I've heard there's a rumor that every 2 years Lego will do a city-based police station. Which seems
so
to be
every year they'll have a city police station or a fire station because it's the evergreen product. It's one that kids will always sell.
I always wondered that because I can't remember when it was, but there was sort of a gap between the fire brigade and the police. They could produce new police station, but not a fire station. So that answered my question.
Yes.
So they sort of alternate between.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Very much. I was thinking also that because apparently they always will actually do sort of specialist police units. I was thinking I haven't really got because I don't mind the space police line, but I haven't really bothered getting much to the set because I realised eventually they're going to run out of different units, such as maybe they've done spy police.
Yeah.
And they're eventually going to have to do a space police in city. Eventually, it's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
So it's going to be could be technically speaking, space police 4. If
we have a lot of love for the space police in the chat. So Tom is actually saying a police station in an aged period or a stylized period, which would be kind of cool. That'd kind of go with the fire station they did for the modular range.
I'm surprised they never did sort of like a police headquarters for space police or one of those related lines.
Yeah, true.
I think they sort of
They always
did.
had like trucks and things, but never actual buildings.
I think Space Police 3 in 2010 did get a mini police station. I think they did with a mini.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't really much of a station. It was sort of just a mini base. So I can get what you mean. They haven't really done a dedicated building.
Yeah.
Dedicated building.
Again for Matt. He's come back.
The space police did have a sort of little headquarters.
Hey, Matt.
Well,
Yeah,
then
the
again,
original space police 1.
yeah, that's right. Or perhaps Lego thought because it's space, buildings wouldn't really fit in, so they kind of made spaceships that counted as basically a mobile base. I guess that might be part of the reasoning, because a building in space sometimes isn't going to be as cool as a spaceship. So I guess, I guess maybe that's why, but I could be wrong on that. But
just wanted to go right back, well back with one of Ben's questions about Lego Star Wars. So the thing with Lego, the thing that Lego have done with Star Wars is that they have released a lot of iterations of some of the more popular vehicles. So you got the Slave one. This is a very early one of those. What you're hearing in there is not the parts for it. I'm doing some sorting and I'm just using some old boxes.
So I would actually like to see another Slave Falcon 2000 model.
Yeah, the original Millennium Falcon, they've just over the years, they've made different iterations and
I thought the
yeah.
latest one, episode 9 Falcon, was it like the sixth version of the Falcon? I think it was.
Yeah.
We had one 2000. Where's the one? I'm pretty sure there's one in 2004. It was 2006, I think.
It's the most iconic ship in the Star Wars range, apart from the Death
Yeah,
Star.
basically.
They're gonna keep doing that.
No, I wonder. Honestly, I think, my opinion, I think probably the newest one was probably the best because I like how, because you remember with all the other ones, they sort of had the plates that went independently, and there was so many gaps.
Yep.
I think the Legos use the hinge plates to try and hinge and make those mini domes. I think really did benefit the overall set.
Yeah.
I do see with some people have been saying that there should be a new Jango Fett version of the Slave One because we only had one that was ever released.
Yeah, I think most of the remodels and reiterations that Star Wars have done, the Lego have done for Star Wars, are from the original trilogy. But there are, like I said, quite a few really cool vehicles from the prequels that would be good to see again.
I think hasn't Darth Maul Sith infiltrate been done once or twice? I think
that's been done. I think
that's
been a few times.
Get one set at least. I can't remember if they did another one, but
I think they did at least 2 of that. Yeah.
I think they did one originally, and then they did one in 2012. I'm pretty sure because I remember the one in 2012 they did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The first lot of sets they did were very really basic and smaller in comparison to what they've brought out since. Yeah. They've really put a lot of effort into making everything just that much more spectacular. Unfortunately, pricier too. Star Wars is not something I collect a lot of.
The more detail you get, the more expensive you're going to be. The Falcon, the newest one, I got on sale $200, but the fact is that's probably the best proportion-wise Falcon. So you can't. So I do UCS-wise. I'd say I wonder will Lego ever do a bigger set than the UCS Falcon? Will they ever do one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nathan Fleur in the chat is saying that your pirate ship looks amazing.
Thanks. I joined an international Lego Technic group for some advice on how to do it. It was really helpful joining that, and it's one of the first big builds I've done with Technic. I always had so many of those black pins, the ones with friction. I never thought I'd actually end up using all of them, but now I don't think I have any left after a bunch of Technic builds, including this one.
I found that the other day. I have a suggestion from one of my friends who's watching but not commenting in the live chat to use maybe the dragon wings from the new Ninjago dragon as your pirate sails. I don't know if that could work, but that could give it a creepier, rattier look. If you want to keep parts official.
Ghost ship.
I'm considering having a feature where you can touch a certain, like a touch sensor, because it's using the Mindstorms. So you use a touch sensor and it might be able to make something else move. Do you think that might be a good idea logistically, considering with COVID, if it's even safe to have something like that where people will be touching as it goes past?
What if you have a motor that has hand sanitizes it, or a sanitizer wipe that wipes it after everyone touches it?
So maybe not a button or something, but maybe a
movement
color sensor or something.
I'm thinking.
Like a motion sensor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Mindstorms, doesn't the color sensor also double as a motion sensor? I think it does.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, the color sensors are color and intensity and brightness, and the proximity sensor is movement, and also infrared, and all the other ones. So
Okay.
those 2 sensors take care of everything.
Yeah.
The only other one, which is like an extension, is gyro, but it's not used that
Okay.
often.
So maybe a motion sensor rather than a touch sensor. That might be more COVID safe, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Because isn't it with most sanitary things as well? No, you don't. It's all movement operated. So I guess.
So Rowan is saying that human operated Lego at shows is very hard to do. So that means that anything that you want the crowd to interact with means you have to sit by it every hour of the show.
Yeah.
So just bear in mind that if you want to keep things in place and running smoothly, you'll need to sit by it and watch it a lot.
Yeah, for a
And
bigger
this
show
model
like
is
Brick
already-
Vention, because you get thousands of people through. If you're at a smaller
Probably
show,
best
you
to
can
leave it off
feature more.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get lots of wandering hands as well, and not gentle people. So,
And especially with like a ship with this many breakable parts, probably best to just keep people away from it entirely.
I would say so. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. I don't know actually how to Oh, hang on. There's a button that says leave. So I'll follow along. I'll keep following along on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just gonna go. So thanks for having me, Wade, and see everyone next time I'm able to do one of these.
All right. No worries. Thanks
I'll
for
see you
joining.
later.
All right. See you later. All right. Laura or Sinead, we have room in the green on the stream if you'd like to join. Okay. I'll add Sinead back in. Hi, welcome back. Oh, you're on mute.
Thank you.
Ah, sorry.
Hello.
So, have you decided to build anything now, or just listening along?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm mostly listening. I'm trying to mock up a like a roller skating rink. Like I don't have the parts I need, but I'm just trying to figure out the shape.
Okay.
I want to make sort of like a disco themed roller skating rink.
Okay. That would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you thought about like adding some Technic in it and making the skaters move by themselves?
I haven't ventured into Technic yet. It looks a bit intimidating, but I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
Same.
Is there a good like beginner?
Beginners for Technic, not really. There's a few books.
Small, maybe one of those smaller sets I've seen around. It's like the $15 ones I've sometimes seen. Smaller ones I've seen.
Oh yeah.
That might
I
be a
guess
good
it really
starting
depends.
point.
Sorry, Ian. Do you mind if I pop you in the back green room? I'm just going to add Brent in. All right. Thank you. Hi, Brent.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing today?
Doing all right. Just thought I'd pop in and say hi to everyone and basically give another update on my little brinkvention attempt. But yeah, all I need now is 4 minifigs and it's completed. I've done the upper section. You guys can all see. Hopefully you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last time I showed it off, all this top part hadn't been done. I had to redo the entire internals of the of these lower parts here. So I tried to make it a lot more solid by making it solid, but it didn't work out so well, unfortunately. It was actually made it very difficult to stick the 8x16s on. So I just had to make them hollow, funnily enough. But yeah, so all I need now is four of these little guys here. 4 of these little Moria orcs, cute little guys, and then it's all done.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm quite proud of it. So
yeah, it looks really good.
So yeah, but the only thing is that once that's done, I'm like, what project do I start next?
Always other projects, I'm sure.
There's a couple of them in mind, but I just don't know which one to work on.
Yeah.
Just a matter of, what gets my attention first, whether it be ancient Egypt or, as some of you may have heard of, Hunger Games and stuff like that. Might do the tribute parade. But that would be a lot.
Is that?
Yeah. That looks like one of the so that looks like one of them.
Okay.
Where's the ones you're after?
Yeah, those little guys.
Nice.
Not the Orokai though, but they look awesome. If I was doing like home stuff,
They're sitting there if you want them.
ooh. But yeah,
I've only got 2 of them.
And do some sales. We don't quite have the whole partsies thing worked out for the live streams.
Yeah, it's the hardest part.
Doing it virtually, perhaps suggesting you hold the bricks in certain places and then you pay for them once, or via Bricklink maybe.
Yeah.
Do auction brick by brick.
Yeah.
Or eBay, mind you. That could also work.
Yeah. We'll get back to real live meetings and do the partsies there. That's fine.
Question, just for discussion here. What do you think on the city that they've actually put named characters in?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, now the characters have names, like Duke Detain, or so they've done a few more characters with names.
I think the city sets that have named characters are based on the cartoon that they're doing.
Yeah, I've watched a bit of that, but I think I was just thinking, was it a good idea on Lego's part to put named cities in the city line? Though I don't mind it, because I guess eventually people will just be getting annoyed just having generic police officer or no one who actually really has a name.
Well, unless you're the character, unless you're a kid that watches the cartoon and follows along, you probably don't know the name of the character. So I think it's okay for generic AFOLs to just have the characters show up in the Lego city sets. And then if a kid comes along and sees your mock, and they can point out the character and get all excited about it. I don't have a problem with naming the characters.
To be honest, I think it's actually a good idea on Lego's part. Because now, I think Lego was experimenting with Trace McCain a while ago when he was the first really named city character.
Yeah.
So I guess it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Before it did more global scale.
All right, one of us has got really bad feedback. It's breaking it up for everyone else, I think.
Yeah, there's a bit of feedback going on. Does anyone?
Probably me, most likely, because I'm using my phone. So, but I just thought I'd give the little status update and say hi and all that. So
all right.
I'll drop out and I'll continue listening in from the chat. Okay. So bye bye for now. No worries.
Bye. So Sinead, a couple of people in the chat are saying that like the Lego Treehouse has a Technic core. So if you're looking at learning basic techniques, getting the Lego Treehouse.
Yeah, I thought it was technical.
Yeah. But I think you're more interested in like the
Yeah, I've
motorized
got the
gearing
treehouse.
stuff.
Okay.
Are you more interested in learning
Mm.
how to work the gears and stuff? Is that
Yeah, that's probably something
okay?
different.
Yeah,
That would be
I don't
really
know
cool though.
many sets that have gears in them that are simple sets to just pick up and learn how to use gears.
Yeah.
Like the new Hedwig
I
Owl.
might just need to buy some. Seen a couple at some shops.
Yeah.
Did
You
that
could pick up. Sorry.
Yep.
There's
You've
a
built the
book
Hedwig
that Lego
weight?
made called Crazy Action Contraptions. That's got a lot of good technique ideas.
Sorry. What was that, Nathan?
Crazy Action Contraptions, I think it's called.
Is that a
it
book?
comes with Technic bricks. Yeah, it's a book. It was by Klutz, I think. It came with a bunch of bricks, and someone might have it. I'll see if I can find
Yeah,
it.
I know what you're talking about.
That's the one from the W.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
this one.
Yeah.
There's another one as well that came out. There's another one like that, which
Yeah,
we
it's
got.
a few years old now.
It is still available
It has
on
lots
Amazon.
of useful
Big W have something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like
So I guess-
$10, $15, so it's not that much. You get like 100, 200 pieces.
Ooh, cool.
These kind of books these kind of books give you the basics of gearing, I guess, and then from there you just need to work out what you want to connect to things. Yeah. Nathan, a couple of people are asking if they're the Toy Story figures in your
This
photo.
seems
Or
so
your...
fancy.
Yeah, these
Oh,
are from.
Booktopia.
I actually bought a large bulk lot of Toy Story sets, and I got
They're
the
awesome.
Sheriff's Building, the jail, all the lead characters. The Buzz Lightyear in the back was missing a few pieces. So I had to order that off Bricklink. It was like barely about $5, but my favorite in that whole one was give me a second. Brand new in box Toy Story Buzz's command ship. Which is really cool because that Zurg is, I think, the most valuable minifig I have now. And yeah, so I got all of this for about $150.
Nice.
And was pretty happy with that. So yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Also, I've got another question. I was thinking about maybe taking a few more pictures, maybe with minifigures outside. Does anyone have any ideas on how to do it really? Because I'm a bit new to the whole capturing minifigures outside, so I was just thinking if anyone's got any ideas on ways to do it.
With Lego photography, I am very amateur with Lego photography. There are a couple of groups though that do roaming photography classes with Lego minifigs. Well, that was prior to the whole pandemic thing.
Yeah, which would be a bit difficult to do now, but I guess we could still. But, yeah.
So yeah, sorry, I'm just going to add Justin. Hey, Justin.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, Justin.
Good. So there's a couple of groups. Even Kale from Frostbricks. Kale, he does Lego photography. He's on the Mugs group as well. So if you post a couple of questions on there, I'm sure he'll be able to answer photography questions. And there's a couple of excellent brick photographers on the Mugs group that might want to join in and help.
Because I thought I've been meaning. I've got so many great mults running around. It's just that I'm not really advanced with photography in Lego wise, so I'm not sure what the best angle is than just using a normal phone camera. Because I'm not as experienced as some others, but I guess there's only one way to learn. Well, not that's actually incorrect, but you know what I mean. There's the only. Yeah, yeah, never mind. I just lost my train of thought there, but
Yeah, so the brick photography, there is a toy photography Facebook group that do photography with Lego minifigs, and they take them out in the world and take photos with them. Kale, I don't know if Kale is in the chat, but if he is, please join the live stream and we can ask some questions. Yeah. But
apparently I did also hear that Lego now produced one of their old style wooden ducks in the Lego form.
Yes, they did.
I haven't really seen it, but apparently I've heard it's good. And also, you may already know this, but I thought just give a bit of a heads up. I've been watching through the live streams that the Lego house is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I probably
the live streams are really great.
To be honest, I knew that they did have 3 factory fires, but I never knew there was a 4th.
Yep.
But I think I just thought put that idea out there in case some people don't know that Lego's doing them. So
yeah. So for those in the chat who don't know, Lego are doing Lego House tours basically via Zoom. So it's taking you around all the exhibitions in Lego House. You can sign up through the Lego website to do some tours, and they're quite good. You can question and answer with quite a few of the Lego designers. So from every report that I've heard, they're really enjoying it.
I think they go for about an hour usually.
Is that on Facebook?
No, it's through the Lego home thing.
Lego.com.au
website.
Or is it on the Lego House? Just didn't Lego House is on the website?
I'm trying to find it. Bear with me.
Could be directly. It could be there. Could be a link on Lego.com itself.
I've just put a link in the chat, but I'll share my screen temporarily as well. So, Lego House are doing live tours.
That's
you need to pre-register. I believe it looks like the sign up has closed. For most of the tours. Sorry, getting already excited.
Must be popular.
Yeah, they're actually really cool tours. I've been on a couple of them now, so it tells you all about the details.
Perhaps because they can only have a limited amount of people in each one. I guess.
Yes.
So you got to get in there.
You are too. Where's the bootleg video?
Apparently, they're not releasing them. I don't quite know.
Where's yours? You've been on a couple of times.
Yeah, no. So Fleur is saying that Kale has done a YouTube review of the Lego wooden duck. So if you hop onto Rockbricks,
I watched it once. Yeah. He told me that they'd done one.
Yeah.
That's where I
so
found out.
If you want to have a look at the Lego duck, it's available only in the South.
I'll have to leave soon. I just have one last question. I'm helping a friend restore this set, the Republic Frigate. It's almost complete. All the minifigs are there, most of the parts. Just a couple things like panels and a couple tiles at the back. What do you think it would go for now if they'd sell it in Marketplace just around?
Justin?
I think
like all the Kiadi Mundi, all the whatever minifigs are in the set, including the really hard to find Clone Commander Wolf, all complete. What would you think is a good selling price for them?
I know the minifigures themselves. It's in on Bricklink. One of the Wolfpack troopers in that set goes for about $66. So I would guess I would probably price it.
Yeah, I think selling minifigs alone might be a really good option for them, but
maybe I might say maybe $300, maybe. 200 to 300 plus, I would say.
Yep.
Justin, what do you think?
Well, it totally depends on which Republican frigate it is.
That's true. It looks like the Clone Wars one. Is it the Clone Wars one?
Yeah, the Clone Wars Republic frigate. I don't know the set number, but yeah, almost everything is there.
Okay.
A couple stickers actually peeling off. Replacements are too expensive, so I think we'll have to leave it how it is.
If I was to have a guesstimation and everything else, you got the instructions and book and all the rest of it?
I think so. Let me check.
As long as you've got the
yeah,
box.
instructions. Yeah.
You got the instructions
box,
and
though.
everything else. I reckon you're probably looking around about the 220 to 240 mark with the parts missing.
Yeah.
I'd say fully restored with box.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if it was
Fully restored with box, you'd be looking at 280, 290.
Yeah.
I think they've also got a couple other rare sets in here, so maybe be able to sell all of them for maybe 500 or so. Yeah. But I guess I'll keep working on this, and yeah, thanks for having me on the stream.
The Bricklink average isn't very high on that set. Like, it is still over 200 mark. But the thing is, it's here in Australia, it just wasn't out there much. You didn't see it much. It was pretty much nearly a one-off drop. And a lot of people, it's a huge collector's item now, because back when it came out, a lot of people didn't really want it because it was the prequels.
Yeah.
It was an original trilogy, and now we're like, better get them all. And with the new clone sets coming, like the 501st and that, you'll find people will be chasing after that set.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, that with the 501st and the Ahsoka Trooper, with the Clone Wars, the new orange, I can't remember what their name was, the orange helmeted clone troopers and stuff. It seems to be there's a bit of a Clone Wars boom now, getting all the clone sets.
Yeah, like I had a few clone sets from a friend of mine who I was selling at Brickvention and that.
Definitely.
And these were sets that were $20 back.
Let it go, everyone.
29 years ago, and they're like $65, $70.
Bye, Nathan.
Okay.
It's amazing sometimes. Like, wasn't it the AT-OT? That set now came with the other gunship's about $500 now. Can't remember if that's its correct title, but the one AT, it's an AT-OT. I know that. I can't remember when it was, but there's been some pretty expensive Clone Wars sets that are now worth so much. But then again, it's what people say. If someone's willing to pay that much, if they really want it,
it's just finding the right person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other catch is that AT-OT, it is a pretty expensive one, but it's like quite a few other sets that's happened in the last, like I've been talking to Wade about this one, since Lego bought out Bricklink. Lego brought out Bricklink and everything else, and since then, it's like they've grabbed a whole bunch of parts that are very expensive on Bricklink and re-releasing them. And a lot of the parts that are actually exclusive for that AT-OT have been re-released, which has killed the market value on that part. Same thing with the black roof corner piece from the original Haunted House is now in the new Haunted House.
Yeah.
There's some technical elements like a white connector. They were like $8 a pop because they go from the original UCS Y-Wing, and now they're available in the new Ninjago Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly every set that comes out now, I'm just checking out what parts are there, and so many pieces that are really expensive have just been re-released out in sets now, and I think it's a way of combating against a few people doing the whole try and sell it off brand new in box or boost up the value
market.
Yeah, well, it doesn't affect myself because I mainly play with current new parts. I don't play with the old stuff, so it just helps me to be able to get a part that's meant to be $13 and then $13 or $14 and then just list it for nothing. You just kill the market. But now, what you'll find is that you'll find out the part out value on some of those older sets. So if you were to bricklink it, would end up being cheaper now. So like the a Haunted House, I'm guessing for a while there, it's probably cost about $450 to Bricklink one, and now that part's been released, you might be able to do it now for like $380, which works out cheaper than buying a used one.
Yeah, a lot of the used ones for that one's still about 500.
Yeah, so it's going to end up working out cheaper to Bricklink one than it is for that because they've re-released that part. But I'm seeing more and more parts come out like that where they haven't been around for like 15 years, and then all of a sudden here they are again.
Yeah.
But I was also wondering, because you know with the new haunted house they did, that was meant to be 18 plus. Because apparently I've heard that rumor that Lego's starting to incorporate a bit more into the AFOLs and doing a bit more, few more adult styled sets orientated. I wonder, would Lego actually go ahead and start getting more adult rated movies sold, like a bit like Star Wars? Would they get licensing for more adult movies and have a whole new line towards adults? I honestly don't know. It's still better.
I can't see them doing stuff like I would love that because that would mean that they'd release Deadpool, but can't see it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Sinead, I might swap you out and put Michael in if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
I think as much as I would like to see Lego RoboCop, I think it would probably wreck Lego's reputation.
Yeah, especially when it's meant to be a child orientated product, and
Yeah,
they've just done
it would probably wreck their whole, you know what I mean, sort of their whole child-friendly styled. It would probably.
They've started doing it with the Stranger Things set. That was their first real 18 plus mature audiences sort of set, I think.
Well, I'm rather disappointed they did the Netflix set and they didn't go on with doing more Netflix specials like the Umbrella Academy and stuff.
Well, not yet. They haven't yet. They could be.
Because that would have been great.
In my opinion, I'd say if you ask me, the Big Bang Idea set was a push into sort of the adult styled. That was pretty early adult styled sitcom. If you ask me, that was pretty early.
Yeah,
like Simpsons as well. That was quite. I'd say that they're a bit more. Some of them they're a bit more adult orientated, but Lego did them and they sold well. So I honestly, I agree. I honestly can't see Lego doing more adult themes as much as adults. Well, you guys want, because I'm not really an AFOL yet, but you know what I mean. Sort of, I would actually honestly like to see Lego RoboCop. I would honestly like to see that. Even though I've never seen the movie, I never know much about it, but yeah.
You've never seen RoboCop?
Sorry, I have to put a comment on the screen. Sorry.
That's why I was wearing a beanie.
Combing your hair.
Happy?
I hear Partsy's starting. When's Partsy starting?
Partsy's.
Now that Kate's here, it's on.
Oh, she doesn't have a nails.
Let's bring it on, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cut her nails off even.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, speaking of adult-ish content for Lego, you've seen you've seen this sneaky minifig that came in the Ninjago set.
The Kill Bill.
That one.
No,
yeah,
the Kill Bill minifig.
Yeah, the Kill Bill minifig.
Yeah.
That's the bride from Kill Bill. So that's an interesting one that appeared because that's not exactly the tamest of movies.
Did you see the Minions version?
The Minions? No, I haven't. Show me the Minions version. Can you do that?
What does everyone think on the new Minions molds?
No, but they're more weapons. There's a Kill Bill suit and the Minion set, and even that Ninjago one. It's more of looking at the Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
With that black stripe, and that's more. I think they're just trying to do it so they can say that it's more for Bruce
Oh
Lee.
no! You look at that fig.
I know it's a dead ringer, but yeah,
it's even got the patches and everything.
That's the Minion versus of the version of the bride.
Oh, and you got the stripe down the side of the arm too, and leg.
And I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, wow.
I think it's them trying to say, that way they can say, oh no, it's not Kill Bill, it's Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That would be the excuse.
It's a bit scary when you do a completely yellow minifig, though. It's kind of naked, isn't it?
That's why they put that orange tinge on it.
Yeah, they've made it slightly more orange, haven't they? It's not like fully orange.
When I first saw that,
fully yellow.
when I first saw that minifigure, I was like, what? Until I realized it was slightly orange.
Yeah. What's interesting is that the printing on that fig is not, it's on the legs. It's not actually on the side of the leg. It's on the front of the leg. Yeah. So they put the stripe on the front of the leg because they obviously don't print the sides of the leg.
Yeah.
It's a bit unfortunate. But still, it's a cool fig.
Yeah.
Also, I've noticed mainly side and leg printing can be quite rare in some minifigures. When they've actually bothered printing on the arms, side of the arms and legs. For example, this would be the new collectible minifigures, Power Rangers, the styled one. The fact that it's actually got printing as well as leg printing.
Yeah.
As well as being two-tone legs. I never thought Lego would go actually do that and sell that for that cheap price.
I have a higher budget for CMFs than Lego sets usually.
Yeah, but wasn't it with the CMFs? Andrea can verify this. I think it was the CMFs Series 10, the biker was the first one with printed on the arm.
I think so, yeah.
Where you had the tattoo.
Yeah. I had a few. I'm sure I got some pirate ones for when I used my pirate. Did my pirate walk? I've got a few pirates with tattoos as well.
Nathan's saying that his favorite minifig print of all time was the Silver Centaurian from Iron Man. So, it's a good choice. I like all the Iron Man things.
My favorite was the 76036 Superheroes Carnage, the original Carnage. And you had to print the red and black.
Yeah,
that was my favorite. Just a cheap set, but it was a really cool print.
Okay.
I don't know when all my Iron Man minifigs have gone missing. My son loves Iron Man. It's like his favorite character. So they just travel all around the house, and I find them usually in the Speed Champions cars. You get like Iron Man in the Speed Champions cars.
I can understand that. Stark doesn't have an obsession over cars.
Yeah. So he does all the fancy cars. He's in all the fancy cars.
I'm not too surprised on that he find them appears wherever. Though, what do you think of the new helmets they've done? I don't like them.
I preferred the two-piece helmet.
Yeah, I agree. I like it when they could actually flip up.
Yeah.
I don't know why Lego stopped doing that now, but perhaps it could be budget-wise. But
cheaper, I guess. Yeah.
Or
too easy to break. Were the others too easy to break?
I guess it could be to do with the new Iron Man suits. They could be going back a bit, and maybe I just thought of this referencing some of the older styled Iron Man suits, like the comic version. They were a bit more sort of he had only a helmet that didn't flip up.
If Gary was a superhero, he'd be the typo man, correcting all the wrong.
There's no typos in that comment.
It's one a day.
There's no typos in that comment. You're out of character. You should put the double brackets.
Nathan is surprised at the cost of the Iron Man figures.
I know.
I think everyone's trying to collect a whole set, and
it's because Wade keeps
I saw the War Machine from 2014, right? The black one.
Yeah.
$60 on Bricklink.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Silver Centaurian and what was the other one in the poly bag?
You've had the white
wasn't it the Endgame
white
suit?
bloody Endgame one. You've had the Silver Centurion. You've had the
Iron Patriot.
You had the one which had the training type thing. It
Yeah,
was
no,
it
it was
came out in
Iron
the set
Patriot.
as well.
Didn't they do one with War Machine that he was in the Iron Patriot?
Yep.
Was it
Iron Patriot.
Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, you've had Scuba Iron Man, Space Iron Man,
Mm.
the 42, I'm pretty sure, the Heartbreaker armor. So many Iron Mans.
How many are there, Wade?
Are we
On top of
including War Machine as well in this? Or is it just Iron Man's as Iron Man, the character, not the suits? Because technically, if we were including War Machine, he's at about 3. But
So I use an application called Brickstock. I don't know if people have used it before. That keeps track of all the parts in Iron Man. So I just created a list of all the Iron Men. So including Tony Stark, Iron Spider, the War Machines, and the Hulkbusters, there's 63. And they're
Total
quite
value $2,400.
US dollars.
Buy
So
now.
I have to add.
Buy now
this
link.
I've got to add that this does have things like the helicarrier that I don't quite have prices for yet, or the part hasn't been parted out yet. So
what's that one? Toy Fair exclusive.
No,
$1,400.
the new Avengers helicarrier has been. The Iron Man's going for about $15, $16. The War Machine about $30.
I haven't updated this in a couple of days, so you know. But yeah, the original Toy Fair Iron Man. You can't see it. That's $1,500.
That one's so expensive. The exclusive.
Yeah, holy cheese, it's Batman.
Yeah. But I've kind of gone through and added all of the prices in here and all the minifigs. That way I can keep track of.
What's the Hulkbuster one worth?
Sherry, this is the set.
The UCS
so
one?
the set is worth $120. Yeah.
Oh,
because the figure wasn't. Because I'm collecting all the Iron Man suits. Technically, the Hulkbuster suit is the Iron Man, an Iron Man. So the Hulkbuster smash.
Don't forget. What do you think on the new Hulkbusters?
Is that the Toy Fair one, Justin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for anyone who wants
where do you keep
Justin's
that one?
Whereabouts is that located?
Where do you keep that one, Justin? What room is that in?
Out of the case, they're not worth the money anymore.
Well, I think I honestly, when I heard they were doing a new Hulkbuster, I think the head on it is a bit off.
The head is very flat. Yes.
Yeah, perhaps it's because they don't have an element that goes. Doesn't that go about the length of a 1x6 at its max? Isn't that the one they've used? I think the original one was roughly say they were 2x4. I'm pretty sure. So perhaps instead of making a whole new rounded element, they just decided to use one of them and print it. And make it slightly.
It's a very flat head.
Yeah, I
what now?
I think it's kind of like pancakey. But from what everyone sort of said, it looks right from a different angle.
If you get it on the right angle, it looks right. But
looking down, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did Michael
Perhaps
Peebles design that?
Then again, perhaps it might have been referencing the old Hulkbusters where his head was sort of more smushed for the movie versions that were a bit more rounded.
Yeah.
That might be where they're getting it from. But I think I'm quite glad that they actually have done the rescue armor eventually.
Yeah, they've done 2 versions now. So
I was thinking, I honestly prefer the comic version, if you ask me, not the Endgame one that came out. But I think I prefer the dark navy, the silver over the burgundy.
Or the purple, yeah.
And the purple. But that could just be me.
And to answer your question earlier, Wade, one time when you were around here, I think you walked past about 3 times and didn't even notice.
Yeah, I don't notice stuff that I want to steal. Just make
Morning
sure
price,
it's there
£2,000.
next time. Anyway,
Give you a special morning price, $2,000. Would you sell it, Justin?
Beg pardon?
Would you sell it? Not that I'm offering, but would you sell it?
That's today's prize, isn't it?
oh yeah, the live stream price. No, I'm more than happy with my not quite genuine version of the figure. I paid $3 for it, and it looks exactly like the original. And I'm more than happy to pay $3 for it rather than $1,500. So,
Yeah.
And so far, no one has picked it up in my displays. So.
But you know it's not real.
I know it's not real.
You know it hurts.
I wanted quite a few of the different SDCCs and New York ones and that, and I went, if I'm going to start getting them, I'm going to go after the hardest ones to start with.
Minifigure.
Are you still getting them all?
I haven't gotten any for a while now.
Losing your touch?
Yeah, I know.
So who do I talk to get a wooden duck?
Beg pardon?
Who do you talk to get a wooden duck?
Wooden duck?
Yeah, the Lego duck.
All the review channels are getting them, so talk to
Yeah,
your
the duck
experienced
I've got
lead.
The only duck I've got is Deadpool duck.
Kate, we seem to have lost you.
I think it's like the Yoda. I'm not sure what the most expensive minifigure is.
It is the platinum version that is currently on the
Currently passing Saturn.
Currently
passing.
Yeah.
Or Pluto or something.
They
I mean on Earth, not somewhere in space.
It was on Earth for a little while, I'm sure.
When it was built, yeah.
It was produced here.
Probably produced
Um,
maybe in China, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if the value of that figure will go up to such an extent it becomes worthwhile retrieving the vehicle.
I wonder.
Right, we're turning it around and bringing it back. All these Lego collectors out there.
Imagine this. So imagine if alien life exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? Aliens discover that the satellite. What the hell is it? Picks up the minifigure. What the hell is this? Comes down to Earth. It's like talks to the person that they've crashed the truck into or something. Can you
they'll probably just throw it in the bin because Creo is the popular brand, or
yeah,
on that planet, a different brand is the popular brand, and one out over Lego. And so they're gonna go, oh, what's this Lego trash in the bin? It's gonna end up in an alien dumpster.
Probably space vacuumed into a black hole.
I have a question from Sinead. Has anyone got the new 12-in-1 free gift from the Discovery Centre? I think it was also offered on Lego Shop at Home.
I thought about it, but then I went, I'd rather keep the $200 to worry about getting a 12-in-1.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth getting if you have to spend $200 on it.
Maybe feel something like if you spend $100, you got one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was $169 on Lego's website when they had it. So you spend that for free shipping, so why not? The reviews of the set, I think, are quite good. It teaches you some new snot techniques and different building techniques in each build. So it's interesting to learn how they do stuff. But I don't know if I'd run out.
Does anyone know
someone do the watermelon and the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's pretty cool.
What is the latest promotional thing on the Legos website at the moment?
They don't currently have one. So the next one that's due is the double VIP points from the 13th to the 17th of July.
That's already started.
Oh, has it?
I got an email saying that it already started.
No, check your email properly.
I don't read emails properly. Andrew knows that.
Jesus. That's
So you
why
can,
double-
you can see you putting in
on
your complaints,
without
customer
other-
service now, going, "Where's my double VIP points?"
So I would like to point out that
Read
the
your
email
email.
says get double VIP points July 13th to 19th. Today is currently the 12th.
I'm selective illiterate.
Obviously, yep.
Selective listener. You've been accused of that too.
Sinead, I think that if you're going to buy the diner and you want the free set, it's a good time to go down to LDC and get it.
You're
likely to
emailing
have
me for him.
saying that though, the diner has been on sale at Maya for usually about $50 off. So if you don't care about the free gift and you want to go and get it from Maya, then you can save $50.
Yeah,
I don't know.
use $50 to buy the free gift off someone else at Prevention.
Yeah, and you can buy the free gift later, or someone I'm sure will bound to sell it on Facebook or Brickvention or somewhere for reasonably cheap.
Probably 40 plus up.
Well, I don't know if that one will go up for $40 or more.
Yeah. Do you have a picture of it, Wade? Just while we're talking about it. Do you have a picture of it while we're talking? Do you have an image of it while we're talking about it?
I'm sure I do.
Yeah.
I wonder, since we're on the topic of speed champions a bit earlier, what are the speed champions that are going to be released in the next few years? Because I think they've done. What do you think on the 8-stud wide cars compared? No, it's 6, isn't it? No, 8.
Yeah, they've gone to 8.
Went to 8.
Yeah, they've gone to 8.
What do you think on them? Do you think it was actually a good idea, or did you prefer the original?
It's given the opportunity to provide more detail, and also the proportions and scales can be better, because a lot of the Speed Champions cars were probably too high to fit the minifig. So in the scale of it, they should have been flatter. Like a lot of the supercars are like very, very low, and to actually create a supercar and then put a minifig in it, the scale wouldn't work. And so therefore now they can make the car longer and then maintain the correct ratios in height and make them sort of lower. So you can do more with it, but I'm sure it upsets the people who are collecting the 6 wide ones. But you know, you can stop collecting them if you don't like the 8 wide ones, and anyone who likes the 8 wide ones can start collecting the 8 wide ones.
Well, I haven't bought any of the 8 wide ones. They don't go with the old ones.
Yeah, so you know, but the 8 wide ones do look better. They're probably more accurate to the cars.
Yeah.
All it's done is pushed up the secondary market on the 6 buys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because anyone who missed that,
they all jumped big. They all jumped big in price once those once the 8s came out.
Sorry, Michael. This is the 12-in-1 set in question.
Yeah, cool. What's the neck? What's the neck?
The neck.
The neck of the bird.
Oh, the flamingo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Pink elephant trunk.
Is that first time seen in that color?
Don't think so. It's been out for a while.
Okay.
Does it say how many parts are in their weight?
I think it's 200 and something.
Yeah. It'd be pretty. You could probably put most of that together yourself. Get the parts for
I think it's more the instructions and the techniques. So Richard's done a really good breakdown of the builds and stuff. And like the pineapple is pretty cool, the watermelon's pretty cool, and then it sort of goes same for a lot of the little stuff. I do like
Yeah.
the flamingo. It's unique parts usage. And then he just plays around with just the different parts and the concept. I like the concept of this because it gives you ideas of how to use and reuse parts. I think that's the thing about
It also encourages you to pull it apart and build something else. I do like that.
And I think
rather
a
than
lot
just
of
build one mob.
a lot of new to Lego people build a set and then just leave the set alone. They don't go, oh, I've got that set, I want to pull it apart and use it for something else.
It encourages you to do it different ways.
Yeah, maybe you probably don't want to be pulling apart your UCS Falcon.
Why not? Why not build a Starship Enterprise out of your UCS Falcon? That'd be fun.
That could technically work, but I think a lot of Star Wars fans would be annoyed at you for doing that.
They'd be fine with that. They'd love it.
As long as you don't tell them.
They wouldn't even know what it is. They'd be searching through the Star Wars lore trying to identify it and go, where's my spaceship identification guide? What is this one? This one's a bit weird.
Where are the there's probably some Star Wars quote that is heavily relevant to what we're discussing, but I can't remember it. There's probably some quote. But as
this
I
is
said,
this is not the spaceship you're looking for.
Yeah, go with that.
That works.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Sorry, just a friendly reminder to anyone in the chat and watching, if you haven't emailed your monthly mock competition entry into info@brickventures, you need to do it before 4 o'clock today, so we can make sure that the post includes your photo and you can be voted on. So
what was the theme?
Sorry?
What was the theme?
The theme is your local takeaway shop. So if you've got entry that you want to include, please make sure you email that through. Otherwise, you won't be included in the voting that we're doing later on today. You can win some fabulous prizes.
Perhaps an Uber Eats voucher.
Well,
I don't
know about that.
Favorite takeaway shop.
It's usually like
I vote for everything that Little Spoon doesn't build.
That's why I don't put my name on it.
There are definitely not named entries, so it's all anonymous voting. Yeah.
I don't think Uber Eats even do gift cards.
I'm sure they would. Everyone's gift cards.
If the demand's high enough.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Speed Champions wise, will Speed Champions actually ever get to doing even higher performance vehicles besides Lamborghini and Ferrari? Like, I was thinking that Lego have worked with Aston Martin before and produced the DB5. So I always wondered, could Speed Champions include Aston Martin?
I think they do have to get permission to build them, so I can't imagine they can just build, because all the boxes and that all say that it's a Ferrari whatever F40 whatnot, and so that'll be trademarked and have
product.
My big thing is right now, Swade, is where I'm speaking to Speed Champions and that. This is a conversation I reckon chuck Steve in. Steve is the only guy I know who's got every single Speed Champion. And I reckon he would be good knowledge of what the differences of the 6 and the 8s and what ones that he'd actually like seeing come out and stuff like that. So, Steve, your game doesn't start for another 20-odd minutes. Jump in.
Steve's dropped out of the green room, so I don't know where Steve is.
Well, jump in, Steve.
Yeah.
Because, this is a conversation, because I don't know anyone who's got all of them, but he has all of them.
Yeah, I think the 8 studs can include 2 minifigures, I'm pretty sure. Because I've done my one, done the Commodore Mock here. That's on an 8 stud, and the Jag. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can see the driver is offset to one side.
They should
probably
be
get 2, I guess. I guess you can get 2. I haven't built it yet.
The 8, I've got the Commodore here is on an 8. That's an 8, and it fits 2 minifigures. So, I guess, really, it would be an interesting addition. I wonder, would they actually ever get to doing 2 minifigures in one set in the original ones? Like, not like the ones, the more expensive ones that have 2 cars. Okay,
Yeah,
2
2
minifigures.
cars.
Or do you think they would have ones where they would actually include a second minifigure?
No, that's where you put your Iron Man. So basically,
Yeah,
put your Iron Man.
looks like Lego has finally had an idea what to do with Iron Mans these days.
Yeah, you got so
Finally.
many damn Iron Mans. You got to put it in all your Speed Champion passenger seats.
Yeah.
I also had another. I think minifiguring people can be quite a hard topic to do. But what I've tried to do with this build is, this has tried my representation of a Victoria police officer. Of course, I can't get to go with my Commodore mock, but of course, I can't actually get printing on the cap or arms like the official one.
Yeah.
Try to give the impression of the fluoro vest.
Okay.
Tie. And of course, the body I've used was mainly dark blue legs, a dark blue cap, and the body from the garbage thing from the 2000 and the first Lego movie, Garbage Truck. Managed.
Yeah, it's pretty. Just show it up again. It was out of focus when you held it up. Maybe hold it back a little bit.
Or put your hand behind it.
Put your hand behind.
There you go.
There's focus on your face still. Oh,
I'm
not
still
quite. Maybe back a bit. Back a bit. Back a bit.
Bring it closer, but put your hand right behind it.
It's not focusing.
Yeah. It looks good blurry.
It's generally using a minifigure. I might bring it in one time to Mugs because I was thinking I'm trying to light the Commodore up. Some probably from Light My Bricks. Try and put in a few more. Try and light the Commodore up so I can get it to flash.
Oh yeah.
Which would look really cool. To actually get a flashing, make this mock the flash one. But I think just the size it's at, it will be tricky to do. Probably my favorite part about the mock I've done, because you know with some Commodores, their headlights quite hard to do. Ooh, Sandman.
You should policify the Sandman. There we go.
I reckon Big Paul did actually. I reckon Big Paul did actually.
Sorry.
Is that Sandman Brickvention one?
Yeah, that's the Brickvention one.
It is. I think I do like a good Sandman. I reckon Vic Paul did actually use those at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure in the 70s or whatever, 60s or 70s.
Yeah, because what I've tried to do, because you know with Commodore lights, I was wondering. I've tried to represent the Commodore headlights the best I could, because since they're so rounded, what I've tried to do is I've got a the triangle element, the cheese block, right? That's the correct called, and trans, the 1x1 plate in trans again, and I managed to try and stack them, try and get a sloping shape on it. So, when I tuck it into the front of the car, I've tried to give it the rounded effect while still trying to keep the 2 front headlights on it.
Okay.
Because it's a protective layer over the main 2 headlights. So I've got 2 headlights on each it, and they've sort of got a clear layer over the top of that. So I tried to represent that the best. And probably
Michael, there's been a question there. Someone wants to see your aerial. You're gonna have to modify it to be aerial. You know that.
You have to change it to like make the tail.
Yeah.
Make a tail.
You've built Poison Ivy?
And is that a by the way? That's
Sorry?
a Mario.
Did you just rip its foot off?
Yeah, I was gonna create a. Yeah, I don't know. It's not.
Cool. Have you been watching the new Harley Quinn TV show, cartoon?
Question to me? No.
Yeah, it's got
No, I haven't.
Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn in it, and they, spoiler alert, maybe dating. So it's worth checking out. It's quite funny. Maybe not.
She kisses her and she dies.
Sorry.
When she kisses her, doesn't she die? Like if they kiss?
No. Poison Ivy doesn't have deadly kisses.
I thought Poison Ivy had deadly kisses. That's what my children keep telling me. Poison Ivy
No.
kisses the boys and they die.
People fall in love with her when she kisses them.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
a love pheromone thing. Did you not watch Batman and Robin?
No.
We've got more of a Marvel fan than DC here.
Yeah, I don't watch that much TV really.
Another subject. Where's Steve? He'd be able to get that one.
Wherever this Steve guy is, he seems like a knowledgeable person. Wherever
when
he
it
is.
comes to comics,
No. As I was
just when
saying,
it comes to comics and stuff, because he's our Bally Fullertron when it comes to comics.
A resident comic expert.
Then I think, as I was saying earlier, that Lego doing so many more intricate parts. But I'll show you something even interesting. See how I've tried to get that rounded shape along the side of the Commodore there. What I managed to do, I just found camera is. You see that there? That's how I've done it. I've used one of the new apple green style parts. Of course, it isn't in color because, as much as I would like it to be, I don't have the parts. So then I used the two of those bricks. I don't even know what they're called, and a 1x2 and a flat on it. And I've used a bit of snot building there and side built it. So I've tried to get that rounded bumper.
Yeah, that's good. How have you done the headlight exactly? I can't see the headlight fully.
I'll just take the headlight off.
Yeah.
So you see it a bit clearer. This has been puzzling me for a long time, trying to get an iconic Holden headlight in there. So what I've done is, got the headlight brick, the ones to the snot brick actually, and I've used a couple of 2 1x1 plates that are trans, and one that's a flat.
Yeah.
You can see that will keep it the first headlight in, that first one, and then to round the side off, I've got used a cheese slope there to sort of round it, try and get that impression of a curve, and another 1x1 plate trans behind it. So then when it's connected, I've still managed to kind of get the effect of trying to keep it curved.
Yeah.
And I've done this is probably this mock I've done it's been so I've worked on it for years, earlier this year. I've also managed to put steering in.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button.
All right, I'm back.
All the wrong buttons.
Yeah, I've done that time. So here, this has been puzzling for a while. This here is actually steering. And what I managed to do is use some technical ball joints and a pin so that this will actually fold out and it will actually twist due to the fact that it's got a ball. It's on a ball and socket joint, so it will actually twist. And then the back one will also do the same. That twists slightly back to give you the impression of the car turning. though it doesn't turn that well because I think it rubs against the Speed Champions wheel arch slightly, but you can see there's a slight turn in it.
That looks good.
I've also managed to make it so it actually I can transform it from different versions of the divisional band.
Okay.
That would take
I love to see that you've prototyped with all the colors you've got, all the available parts. That's brilliant. Reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, and of course this is probably, of course, at this scale, if I've done a wheels, I can do an opening bonnet. So I have. I can't connect. I've connected it using the standard hinge, and if it looks in there, I've managed to put a V6 engine in there.
202.
Yeah. And then some. I've looked at the engine bays for the actual model, the actual car, based this off, and put in some more technical stuff, like maybe radiator coolant or something along those lines. So,
yeah.
So this is going to be, by the time it's finished, the old school Bogan Commodore.
Maybe. I just have to I'd have to lower it probably a bit. Don't forget to stance the wheels slightly. Yeah.
And put a yellow sticker on the windscreen.
If you're going to do an old school Bogan Commodore, there's two things it requires. One is a coat hanger antenna that's shaped of Australia.
Yeah.
The second one is I'd rather push my Commodore than drive it forward. A sticker on the back. That's the old Bogan Commodore.
Yeah, that's of course a good olden thing. Ooh. Then
that and all, they had the old sticker of Brocky on the back of the 05.
Yeah. And I've also managed to try and do an impression of a lock on the back of it. So that this is actually disconnect. It's actually 1x1 modified with a clip, right? That sticks onto the back of the door handle. It manages to connect. I don't know how I've done it, but it's actually the door latch that somehow connects into the hole there, and will actually holds in place. Try and give the impression of the lock on the side.
Yeah, it's cool.
No idea how.
Very clever.
Of course, got room for people in the back. Can't forget that. Of course, always good to throw a few drunks in there here and there.
Yeah.
You want to see a few of them, Michael?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah. Then I've also managed to look into a few more pictures. Some of the back arches open up. I've managed to find a way so the back arches open up to reveal the storage in the back.
Oh, cool.
And just ignore the hands. They're meant to be gloves, but as Lego fans appreciate, you've got the limb as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they won't connect. And then
Yeah, I thought they're taking a new policy. We can't fit your hands in the back, so we chop them off and put them in this little storage compartment. We'll give them back to you later. Don't worry.
Yeah, just I've seen that.
Rare handcuffs.
Yeah.
Saves on handcuffs.
Just casually forget about the handcuffs. Just take your hands off, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, you won't be able to do anything. Don't worry.
There's no need for handcuffs anymore because you're missing your hands.
Yeah, we'll just use zip ties for tourniquets, and off we go.
Yeah. Then, well, as I managed to, probably my favorite thing I've done about this is I don't see the point in this in the Holden Commodore divisional vans, but I've managed to put in a rear view mirror because the real ones have them. But I don't get it because they're solid back, if you know what I mean. The driver can't see in the back of the vehicle because there's a wall in the way. So I don't see the point of having a rear view when you logically can't see through it.
I believe it's a road requirement. So you look at like box trucks. Even like a box truck has a rear view mirror, even though you're looking into the box. So I think it's just a design requirement of the car that you have a rear view mirror, even if it.
Or they just forgot to take it off. Or they just couldn't be bothered to take it off.
No, I think you have to have it to have your car be roadworthy.
I think that's probably more accurate than my idea.
Yeah, because a lot of vehicles have still got a rear view mirror, even if you can't actually see through them. So
and then we also managed to put these sun visors. I'll just get those little grey things there, sun visors. Sorry about being upside down because I'm trying to figure out where this camera is. You can see, hopefully, that those little grey arches are actually sun visors, which I bring one down. This has been a big work in progress. Well, especially in lockdown, I've got nothing better to do. So I think that's probably with a lot of Lego fans. Like, should we do actual work that we're getting paid to do? Nah, let's just do a bit more Lego building. So I'm just so what it is, I've used some of the good. That's what I've used here.
Just hang on one second, Ben. Nathan, Bricks and Pieces was running a few weeks back. It started up again. I'm pretty sure it's still running now, doesn't it, Wade?
I'm just checking.
Bricks and Pieces.
Yeah, it was working this morning, so yeah, it's working at the moment. You can order all your parts. Some pieces of them. Yep. What do I recommend getting on Bricks and Pieces? I did a whole video of this like a couple of months ago, or a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it depends what you're after parts, or they after the animals and all the rest of it.
just buy 200 of everything, and then you just cover it all off. You'll be fine.
Spend on some pieces.
I would say the best thing to do is go in there, and if it's a really expensive part on Bricklink and that, it's probably cheaper on Bricks and Pieces. But it's probably one of your best sources to get your animals and everything else from some of the sets, instead of paying $40 to be able to buy 2 pandas in a set. You might be able to get the pandas for like $3 each.
Yeah. So it all depends. Like, if you have a look through all the Lego sets on Lego.com and just have a look at the parts that they have, you can put a part or a set number into Bricks and Pieces, and you can just scroll through the parts and have a look. We found that when we did the live stream a few weeks ago, that all the animals from the new Friends sets were so much cheaper buying them from Bricks and Pieces. They were between $3 and $5 an animal, compared to Bricklink prices of $5 or more, $8. And then compared to the sets where you only want the animal from the set. So it all depends on what you're after. Minifig parts or rare colors. It's harder to find minifig parts because you can put the torso design number in, and it brings up all the current torsos that they have in sets. And there's about 900 of them, so you've just got to scroll through them until you find the ones that you want. And rare colors, again, it really depends on what you're after. Like Justin was saying earlier, some of the parts have been re-released in rare colors. So like the white axle part has been re-released. The black corners that Anita was looking for were after they've been re-released. They were rarer colors that have just been re-released. I would say it's easier to look through the newer sets rather than older sets because the parts are more likely to be in stock. But it all depends on what parts you're after.
Why?
Look,
I got a question. Why are the prices different on bricks and pieces and rather than the pick-a-brick?
Good question. Pick-a-brick is a limited selection of parts, and the pick-a-brick stuff that you see on Pick-a-brick is meant to be available through the Pick-a-brick walls in Lego stores. So they are usually cheaper on Pick-a-brick than bricks and pieces.
It's the other way around. Bricks and pieces is actually cheaper than Pick-a-brick. The difference with it is bricks and pieces has a maximum of a element of 200, where Pick-a-brick is a maximum of 999 unless you give them a phone call.
Oh, right.
And bricks and pieces do not give free shipping. Pick-a-brick does. So a little trick. I didn't tell you. Wade told you, not me. I know he told you. One of them. Fill your card up with around about 150, 160 bucks worth of the free shipping from bricks and pieces. Then go and buy one 10-cent part from Pick-a-brick. Free shipping.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
He said it.
I did.
No, because I actually only learned about that bricks and pieces last week on Thieves Show. I had a quick look around. I actually found it quite hard to navigate at first.
Right.
I find the best thing to do with bricks and pieces is not worry about element numbers, is just go in knowing the set numbers I'm looking for and just going from those set numbers.
Yeah, you want to try and find it via the set because it's pretty set oriented. It's based on the lost part. So if you're not lost part or broken or missing part, so if you're missing a part, you go in there and put in the set number and then pick the part that's missing, and it's sort of driven around that. So
I've got a parts order online, but I can't view it anymore, so I can't edit it. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, so you need to go to your cart on the Lego store. And
Yeah, I'm on that right now, but if I go edit and I open it up, it brings nothing up.
So at the very bottom of your screen, there should be a total.
On the Lego
side? I want to show you a screen and I'll show you what I mean.
Oh, it's on another computer. I don't know if you can see that.
So yeah, you're.
I don't think that's probably the best way of doing it, but
no. So.
Because if I go back into bricks and pieces, there's nothing there.
I'm pretty sure you're doing it wrong.
No,
so, so I'm just trying to add a.
That's okay too.
Part. Need a part to add to show you.
Because I can't even remember the parts I brought in there. And then I brought some parts of Bricklink, so I want to get rid of some.
Yeah. So
start again.
It is quite heavy here. Okay, so I've added the part to my bag, and I'm in the bag. Click on the edit part here, and it takes you back to bricks and pieces. And at the very bottom, you've got your bag.
Oh, my one, it comes up as something went wrong.
Right. So that's a browser issue then. You need to clear your cookies and cache and try again, but you'll probably lose your order.
So either way,
anyway.
Yeah.
He's gonna have
I think if you log in as yourself on a different browser, you might still have your order. So like if you got Firefox or what are you using? I don't know, Chrome, Firefox.
I'm just using Chrome.
Try and log in using Firefox or I don't know. I think Microsoft created a browser once, but I'm not sure if
I've got Opera.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah, just log in on something else and you might find that it works. So You might. Either that or start again.
Yeah. Right. But no,
I found the best way to order from Bricks and Pieces is to start in Notepad. Get all the part numbers. Make sure you've got the entire list of everything you want, and then feed it all in one go and order.
Yeah. All right.
It's the only way you can do it.
Thanks, mate. I'll give it a go.
Sorry?
I'll give it a go, thank you.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah. Or take your chances against Kate in the party bin.
Yes. Okay. I've got some of the entries for our monthly mock competition that I'm just going to put up on screen and just show everyone in the stream and people who are still watching. So the competition, we should still be receiving entries at the moment. So if you haven't emailed them through, but I'm going to share some of the entries now. So if anyone in the live stream, these are your entries or something, please don't comment because we're keeping it anonymous. So if you've created one of these creations, we like to keep it anonymous so the anonymous vote can get through. So we have...
Just hang on before you start there, Wade. Mr. Nico11, you did a self-mosaic at Disneyland and it only comes with 1x1 studs, not tiles. Where can I buy the matching tiles? I said, you'll probably find them cheaper through Bricks and Pieces like we were talking about. So the catch is you're only being able to buy up to 200 of a certain colour. And go, hopefully that's, because that way you're looking at probably about somewhere between 6 and 9 cents each per piece. But if you're after way more than 200 of a piece, then you're probably looking at Bricklink for the quantities or go to pick a brick and that 10, 11 cents each.
Yep.
All right. Back to you, Wade.
All right. So as I said, if anyone in the chat or live stream any of these are your entries, please don't comment because we'd like to keep the vote anonymous. We're just going to have a quick look at some of the entries. So the first entry is a pizzeria.
That's mine, Justin. Don't vote for it.
Shush you. Then we have McDonald's.
Oh, that's mine too, Justin. Don't vote for it.
I thought it would be copyrighted. I think Mac might have. I think Mac might have to see you over this. Whoever you are. No,
Yeah.
actually. Well, at least it doesn't have branding on it, so I guess.
Lego has
stream
produced
flagged.
Lego has produced McDonald's sets before, so I don't think it's too much.
No.
All right.
Okay, what's on
the next two are the kebab shop. So I don't know if you can't really see that.
Now I'm hungry. I want to go.
I'm hungry.
Have a kebab shop.
So the kebab meat on the background and the salads in the front.
Oh, wow.
Guess what, Justin? That's mine too. Don't vote for it.
And then we have an ice cream shop and truck.
Oh, that's definitely mine. Don't vote for it.
That's cool.
Solid.
I like the colours.
Very cheerful. Good.
Nice, right?
Yeah, we need some happiness.
Yeah.
And apparently there was another one just sent in. What is it?
Yeah. I apologize if I don't have everyone's entries so far. They're the only ones that were received about half an hour ago. So if there are more that are coming, Andrea, if you're still in the chat, can you send them through?
Yeah, I miss the days of getting a small Lego set in my Happy Meal.
Yeah.
The old Lego days.
That was a proper happy time. That's proper happiness.
That's not a happy meal. It's not happy now.
Nothing better than building your Lego with your greasy McDonald's hands.
I miss I miss when they brought out the little Muppet cars. They were great. Gonzo on the trike.
Showing your age.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm showing age there.
Yeah. Too bad the internet wasn't around then. People would have been hoarding them and flipping them on eBay.
Oh,
Mate, I'd
Yeah.
hate to think how much one of those is now. I'm gonna have a look.
Okay.
Let's go find out what Evil Bay sell a Gonzo on bike for.
When's that from, Kate?
That was this week or last week. The girls, look how crappy that is.
That's
Look at
happy.
That looks too good for McDonald's.
Oh,
I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
that's crappy.
That's the before photo.
That's a crappy meal.
That's McDonald's these days. No sense of quality.
Yeah.
That's why Lego should own McDonald's. I think Lego might have a firm few words to say to them about quality control.
Well, they've got the new deal with IKEA. What's the IKEA thing that's been popping up in my feed this morning?
It's like a box, isn't it, where you can store your Lego?
Yeah, what is it exactly?
Yeah,
Is
so
it
IKEA are having a partnership with Lego, and they're making like Lego drawers with a base plate on top at the moment.
Can you bring up a picture, Wade?
Purpose.
Good, but Google.
Or have we already played this game?
Well, I was in the middle of doing something.
Oh, sorry. Just move faster.
How
Quick.
very dare you. I'm referring once again to Rambling Brick, our very good friend Richard. It's a nice article.
For all your information, Lego information needs.
Yes.
So
they're-
what is?
He's like on it.
They're basically, well, there's apparently 3 types of bricks, blocks, and it's Lego compatible. It's got the Lego logo on it. At first, I didn't think it was Lego because it didn't have like the Lego logo, and then I scrolled down and I saw the Lego logo.
You thought it was some knockoff brand from China.
It has that very, very knockoff brand feel to it in some of these photos. But it's basically a drawer or a box that you put your Lego in and you can build on top.
Okay, so that drawer that's got it obviously has it got studs under it?
Yeah,
So
so
you
there's
can stack them?
studs on top and in the little holes on the side.
Yeah.
Don't know any other details apart from what you sort of see here.
Well, I know my family's doing an IKEA order soon, so if they're new, I was
They
sure
are new in Germany.
Damn it!
So there's no.
That's interesting because you could store all your, whatever part in the drawer and put one on that little thing at the front of it and open the drawer and there's all the parts. Nice way to organize it.
Using a VPN from Germany
at the bargain price of €14 each, €15 each.
Yeah. So I believe they are going to be Lego branded on the studs, I believe, because it's a Lego partnership, but I'm not 100% sure. Like in this image,
You got Lego on the box there.
Yeah, you see the Lego on one side, but not the other. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. We'll see.
That will be exciting to finally get a Lego storage from IKEA. The home of build furniture. No, that's actually, I have to say that is actually quite funny. The two probably biggest known building companies, IKEA and Lego, finally thought of it's a good idea.
Yes.
Does that mean we'll start getting flat pack Lego sets? That'd be cool.
Yeah, I've noticed. Has
Put together yourself.
Yeah.
So
that Lego.
we have
now
our
saying-
late entry into our mock competition. Sorry. It's a takeaway coffee shop, which is pretty cool.
But has anyone else noticed the fact that Lego now are starting to stuff their boxes? The box is actually bulging out slightly. Has anyone else noticed that?
Yeah, they made all the boxes smaller.
Noticed that they're popping them out. Oh, sustainability reasons, but anyway, still, they've finally managed to arrange the sun visor on it now. Sure of it, for the little sun visor there.
Okay.
That's clever.
It's probably not the best, but doing a mock at this scale can sometimes be tricky. And as well, I've managed to store the extra storage for all the other equipment, which what I'm storing in there is for the transformation where I can switch it from different versions of the divisional van, which would take too much time to do on camera. So I'm not going to bother. And then storage for the extra serial number at the bottom. But feature I managed to do is, you probably already know this, but you know the Lego steering wheels can actually come off. I managed that the ones that you get on the minifigure sets can actually come off. I've managed to get it come off a few times. I'm just going to try and get the minifigure out to show you what I managed to do. When I originally built it, the steering wheel was probably about the size, was way too big. So I managed to turn out it, try and get the camera in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frozen. It's the sort of started the minifigure wheel there and connected it to a the floor, and there's a replaced computer on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, there's been a couple of people asking about Lego passports. So the passport is a stamp system that mugs introduced to award prizes and entry into lug bulk and stuff. Andre has just put a post in the mugs group about getting a passport. So if you want to get stamps and passport stamps, there's a post on the mugs group now. So if you'd like to get more information on that, about that. Yeah.
Kate's just here for the stamp.
All right. So, do they get stamps from working at home
What do you mean?
or playing well at home?
Playing well in isolation.
If you do the live streams, the monthly meetings or the live streams, then you do get stamps, yes. But I don't know if you get stamps because you don't have a passport anymore.
No.
You surrendered it.
Yep.
I wouldn't let him have one either.
I can't believe you took me literally.
Anyway. So, Nathan just mentioned in the comments something really exciting to me at the moment, that the new Mario sets are now showing up on Bricks and Pieces.
Nice.
So I'm probably not going to do it now, but I'm going to go through and find all the parts that I want. It's going to be another freaking
What in the world are you doing, Michael?
What am I doing?
You're flickering in and out, mute, then no screen, mute, then no screen.
Fun for me.
Oh, you were eating, so you just keep on hiding it.
Yeah, you don't. Well, I hear there's people that don't like seeing people eat on stream. But I can show food. Are you feeling hungry? Are you hungry now?
Yeah, but isn't that a whole craze on YouTube where people would actually sit there and watch someone eat?
Maybe, but I think there's a whole craze on YouTube where you don't want to watch people eat. So basically, Lego. Although I'm channeling Veronica here. I'm just thinking of
Yeah.
Hers is a lot better. Hers is amazing.
I reckon.
Anyway, I am going to cruise. I'm going to love yous and leave yous and have fun because I'm going to watch some TV.
You're going to go watch football. Are you abandoning us for football?
No, I'm probably going to watch some TV while I sort out some more parts because I finished the mosaic and now it's getting it all back in my store what I haven't used.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Come back
get
now.
that sorted out.
I'm back.
Okay.
All right, Jase. Justin. See you later.
All right.
See you, Justin.
See you
Be
later,
well.
Justin. Thanks for joining.
I have to go in a
Behave
minute
yourself.
to go paint a ceiling. Yay.
So you're going to abandon us too? All right. No
Yeah,
worries.
my Lego
It's a Lego
storage
project.
room
How
needs a
far did you get with the roller
Yeah,
coaster?
show us the roller coaster first.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's I'm nearly finished bag 10 today. Ooh, yeah, we go. It's not together, but so I'm
Ah,
doing for that bit today.
okay.
So yeah, getting there. I reckon a few more hours. Well, I'm pretty slow. Another hour or so and I'll finish bag 10. Yeah. I know.
When did you just sneak off and start that?
Sorry?
When did you sneak off and start that?
Think what?
Sneak
At the start
away
of
and
the feed.
start building that.
Oh,
You
like
started-
she's been,
7
there
strings.
has been no sneaking.
I haven't been working on it during streams, so I reckon since the first one,
Okay.
I've cracked it out like doing then.
So is that where it's going to stay?
No. Yeah, I
had
know.
this exact conversation with her. It's like, build it where you want to keep it. 'cause it's
Build it where you want to keep it, Kate. You've got a pretty bad track record.
Yeah, I know. We'll work out a way. We can put on a piece of. We can slide it onto ply and then move it. I reckon.
Yeah.
Gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear the only way to move a roller coaster is to take it out your front window.
Sorry.
I hear the only way to move a roller coaster is to take it out your front window.
Yeah. Well, I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What could go wrong?
What could, it'll be fine. You can just rebuild it. It's Lego.
Yeah, it's all right. You'll have to come over and fix it for me. That's what you.
I don't know. What are we up to? About 5 different sets we've rebuilt.
No, I've broken 2 and you fixed them so far. I've dropped. No, one actually I pulled out of the box and it all fell apart, and the other one I dropped. Yeah, so that I love meeting. So, but yeah, my downstairs isn't ready, and so there's nowhere else to build. So when the room downstairs is finished, I'll be able to set up and stuff. So.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if anyone has any ideas on, because the problem with my Commodore is, since I've got those on the ball joint, the front wheels don't move, and I was wondering, well, they do move, but they don't move when the back wheels roll. And I was wondering if any of you guys had an idea so I could get the front ones moving as the actual car was moving, but kept the steering. Because they've got a ball joint which will twist 360. It's just that you have to manually do it. And I was just wondering, would there be a way to sort of maybe get it to the whole, maybe the whole bracket rotates maybe, or perhaps the whole bracket rotates so the whole wheel spins. But I was wondering if any of you guys had an idea for it.
I'm going to refer to Michael here because he's probably the expert in this.
I'm going to pass this one to Matt.
No, I've got,
Sorry, what was the question again? What was the question again?
So I was wondering, I have an idea on how I might do it, but because with those, I'm trying to get to the front wheels move when you're pushing it along the ground like a normal car, but they don't because they're connected to a ball joint. I was wondering, would there be a way to get maybe the ball joint rotates?
Yeah, because you got friction of the ball joint, so it doesn't roll properly. Yeah. You're probably better off to maybe consider using a different system altogether. So maybe looking at some Technic, use some Technic pieces rather than system pieces.
Yeah,
and then you could probably create a steering. You could probably create a proper steering mechanism.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you Technic, those long sort of Technic connected with the 2 holes for ball joints. Maybe using something along those lines.
Yeah, but then you want it feeding into a frictionless connector so that it can spin freely.
Yeah, that would probably be something I can work on during this lockdown, because we've got basically all the time in the world, basically. Except
Yeah.
most other people have a job, but I don't. So I'm basically just floating, really.
Start up a bricklink store. There you go. You could do that.
That would be that's why I was thinking of getting into doing a bit of Lego photography.
Yeah.
Which would be a good thing to do.
Nathan, I'm going to add you back into the stream. Hello again.
Yep. Hello.
There's an Iron Man.
And
Iron Man.
Laura, you want to be added back in? I saw you waving, so I'll add you back in.
Hello.
Bag, are you building something now?
How many people you got back there?
I have 2 more hiding away.
Oh,
Sinead
well,
and Ian.
Well, I'm happy to
only
drop out, Wade.
Yeah, I've been here for ages, so maybe give someone else a turn.
Ian or Sinead, did you want to drop back in, or
maybe
you're happy to watch?
Laura,
along?
what are you building?
Oh, I'm sorting all my. I'm such a newbie. I'm a newbie, but yeah, mum just she got a bit excited that I'm excited to get back into Lego, so bought me a little starter.
That's the light one, right?
Sorry?
That's the light brick one, right?
Yeah. And I just opened.
Yeah. Have you built anything from it yet?
No, I'm literally just opening it while we're all chatting. So
I actually like that set because it shows you how you can use shadows in your Lego and build like you build your bat and then you put the light brick in and it shows a bat projection on the wall, and that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
This is my system.
Ziploc bags.
I'm breaking them down to colours.
Yeah.
What set would you recommend hiding out?
Yay!
It's infinitely expandable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And infinitely inexpensive as a start.
Yes.
What do you think would be best? Putting it by part or by color?
So what I'm doing is by color, but then I've also got bags for like heaps of all my old roof tiles, stuff like hinges and flats and I don't know the proper terms, but you know, like oddly shapes. And then I've just got this box that I don't quite know what to do with, but it's like for all the little bits and super, like
strange bits.
Flag and all these kind of things like and all the are they called snot blocks? So I'm getting all those together. I don't know. I'm still learning the terms. But that's what I had to ask as well. Was is there like a terminology list? Because a lot of the times I don't know what you guys are talking about. So I'm like,
snot bricks, NPN, GBC. Yeah, there's a lot of. There's
The
so
first
many
thing
Lego
is mainly to get your head around, like, obviously plate and brick and tile, what they mean.
Yeah,
and
they're
then,
really different.
I will post a link in the chat.
That'd be awesome.
As a list of abbreviations for you from
But then
DGB
you've got the size. So it's generally like plate, brick, tile, and then the size. So they're the key things, and then everything sort of comes off that. So then you get things like modified plate with bar or something, and then that's where it starts getting tricky. And a lot of Lego people have been doing it for years and years have struggled with a lot of those.
So
still.
if you can count the studs on there, and usually it's like a 2x4, and you type that in 2x4 with bar or something like that into Google, you usually get the response that you're after, and you can just find out what the part number is. That's what I find anyway.
And if you can't identify something, there's a group called Identify My Lego Part on Facebook, and any really obscure parts they can normally help you find pretty quickly.
It's like a game. It's like a game. Who can answer quickest first on that? So you get answers really quickly.
Pretty sure if you post a photo of the part in Mugs or Oslug, you'll get a response within a few minutes of what the part number is.
Yeah.
It's usually
And a link. They'll even give you a link to where you can buy it from Bricklink.
Yes. And how much the part's worth.
And how much it's worth. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
If you start getting personal messages straight away, it's like, wow, that must be worth a lot. It's like, I'll buy it from you. I'll buy it from you.
Like I was looking at the prices before on some of those minifigs, and I'm really, really just ignorant about it. I'm like, something's costing $1,500, and I'm like, whoa! I'm like, what have I just got myself into?
Welcome to the Lego world.
A rich man's here.
Just don't look back. Don't look back. Look forward. Like, look at the new sets coming out, and if there's stuff you like in the new sets, get those. Don't look back. If you look back, that's where it starts getting very, very, very.
You end up with a pile like me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
especially if you got some specific likes like Harry Potter or Star Wars or stuff like that. Some of the stuff going back in those categories gets very, very expensive.
If you like Avatar, you're basically screwed.
Two sets that are like
with your like Poison Ivy character in the back.
Yeah.
So all of those parts that you got there, you had to get those in specifically to that because there's quite a lot of bricks in there.
How many bricks are in your Poison Ivy, Michael?
There's a lot in this. There's probably, I think the standard, like it's based on like an official set. So there was a maxi fig designed and released a long time ago, and it's got about 2,000 parts in it. So 2,000 bricks. So it's a lot of Lego.
So
and you can feel the weight of it. It's a fair bit of weight. It's hollow, but it's heavy. But there's a lot of plates like stacked to make the shape of the arm, and so there's probably a couple hundred in the arm. But I changed the design a bit, so I didn't need quite so many. But yeah, the standard one's about 2,000 bricks or something. So.
And did you order those bricks for that model, or is that you just get a supply of beige coloured bricks for characters, or like how do you?
Well, so at Brickvention last year, you had the opportunity, the purchasing opportunity to obtain a 10-litre bucket, of the stuff the Lego Discovery Centre we're trying to move along, let's say.
Yes. Where was that?
And so the 10-litre bucket actually contained a whole heap of this lime green colour. So all of that lime green came out of the 10-litre bucket. And then this other stuff, the bricks and that, there's other programs called Lug Bulk and things like that where you can order bulk amounts of certain pieces. So there's a lot of pieces in that. It took 2,000 bricks is a lot of bricks. So it's
if you're trying to look at how much something like that would cost.
Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't want to ask, but I'd kind of want to know.
Retail that set was about, I think, $150 to $200, maybe 2,000 bricks.
The way I like to look at it is if you look at a current set that's about 2,000 parts, and they're selling for about $200 to $300 at the moment. So I think that's the easy way to sort of translate. Yeah, so Yoda is 1,200, right?
Yeah, Yoda's commercial set you can buy right now. That's I don't know how much was it. $120 maybe.
I think he's 160 retail.
160. Yeah, 160. Okay. Oh yeah, Star Wars tax, so it goes up a bit. But yeah, it's Yoda's obviously
retail.
A completely different style of construction, but you can see the scale of Yoda versus Maxi Fig thing.
Yeah. So Yoda was $150, and he's about 1,200 parts.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of translate that a little bit, and you go like the bookshop is, I think, 2,000 parts, and that's $250. And I know that's probably a poor way to look at it, but if you go, okay, so a set like a mock Poison Ivy is going to cost you 2,000 parts. You look at a set that's got 2,000 pieces in it, and it'll be roughly the same cost, I think. Roughly.
Michael, a lot of those plates or bricks?
It's mostly brick. It's mostly brick, except the arm. The arm is the way I've built it. It's mostly brick, but there's a fair bit of plate in it as well to sort of round it out a bit more, too. So, but it's you can see that it's mostly brick. So
And the cost of the bigger bricks versus the plates?
What you'll find is if you go bricks and pieces, a 2x4 is about 20-25 cents, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's actually pretty expensive to get it from bricks and pieces. So if you were to buy 2,000 bricks, 2x4s from bricks and pieces, that'd be $400 odd. So you want to sort of try and get them from the more cost-effective sources, like parts.
And that's where
yeah.
Well, and that's where your things like the classic box that you got there. If you've got Poison Ivy and it's got a lot of lime and green in it, then you can buy 5 or 6 copies of that set, pull the lime green and the tan or whatever colors out of it, and you've got some of the sets that you've got, or some of the parts.
I literally built this because the call out was to build a superhero. And I was looking at, okay, what do I have a lot of? And because of that 10-liter bucket, I had a lot of the lime green and I had a lot of the green. And I've thought, oh, well, I've got a lot of those. So what superhero is those colors? And there Poison Ivy appeared. And so that's why I built Poison Ivy. I probably would have built someone else if I didn't order the pieces. It was just sort of just what I had. So, but yeah, if you buy lots of those brick buckets that you had, or the brick boxes. So if you were to buy like 10 of them, like look at the pieces you've got in that box, and then multiply that by 10.
Yeah.
If you were to buy 10 of those, then you'd all of a sudden have a whole heap of whatever's in that.
Yeah, because I mean,
and then you can build something like that.
Yeah, they have like two of each, so it's not going to really get you far as far as volume goes, and corners. And, anyway,
welcome to Lego, where you start,
Imagine the Guns N' Roses song "Welcome to the Jungle." Been said,
you start going into a shop, and when there's a sale on, you just start buying multiple copies of the same set over and over.
Yeah.
But if every now and then there's like clearances, and so you go into like Big W or something, and if they're clearancing that set, it's like you can get like a whole heap, like maybe what you've got right there that might be on a clearance sale, and you can grab a whole heap of them. Like sometimes like Costco have like pallets of boxes, like brick boxes. Have you seen those?
Okay.
Yeah.
And like Costco will put a pallet of those out, and they'll be a good price. And so you grab a few of those, and then all of a sudden you've got a good supply of whatever pieces are in it.
And then you just sit there with regret going, why did I buy these sets that I don't really have a use for?
And then your room starts looking like the rest of our rooms with like all these bags and bags of Lego.
What set do you think you bought the most copies of?
Me?
Most copies of?
Yeah, to anyone.
Ooh.
Coles had a special deal on there was like a little helicopter. They were like selling them for like I think
the green one.
75 cents each or something. Let's just say a shopping trolley was involved.
Wow. What do you do with that?
What did you do?
What are you doing?
But this, like I say, sometimes there's purchasing opportunities, and you need to make the most of them.
Roger that.
I found it out early on that you need to be selective in what you want to collect, because you end up going, oh, it's on sale, I'll buy it. And then you end up with a 2-bedroom apartment that is mostly Lego.
So it's like women with shoes. Righto. Got it.
Yeah.
Don't have multiple fetishes for collecting things, because you end up in all sorts of trouble.
Yes.
You've got quite a collection behind you, Michael, as well. It looks cool. Whatever's going on.
This is nothing compared to half the people in this group.
This is true.
This is nothing. I've seen other people who are probably unwilling to come on the stream who have got a lot of Lego.
Yes. Andre is saying that LDC is good for parts as well. Or when we have mugs meetings again, we have partsies where everyone, like, you can bring a set, you pull out the parts that you want, and you throw the leftovers in a box and sell it. So there's options to get parts and rack up the parts and stuff.
Yes. The pick-a-brick cups are great for small parts. You can get like a lot of parts that will be like 5 cents each or something, or maybe 9 cents each on Bricklink. You could get a whole cup with multiple thousands of them. But it's okay for 2x4s, but the 2x4s will end up costing you about 15 cents or something if you stack them well into a cup.
Yeah.
So it's kind of there's some things that are worthwhile getting and some things that are probably not, just depending on the size.
For my pirate ship model, the one I
Nope, he's gone.
is at the since I can bunch of these pieces. They're like
we can't see your camera.
Sure if mine's. It's the piece where it's like a what's it called? It's golden. It's you can clip things onto it. That's what it's called. It's like the 1x2 with the bar on it, but it's just a 1x1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of those in that color.
What is that?
That's his shopping experience.
Yeah.
Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, the little green helicopter.
Why are they selling that at 75 cents? That's usually about $15 or $10.
I don't know.
Michael, there's a question in the chat for you. What's this Partsies battle thing?
The Partsies battle.
What?
Okay, so I'll explain Partsies for those who haven't heard of Partsies. It's like one of the funnest games in mugs. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to social distance this at all. This is like a sad time.
Very risky, elite sport.
Yeah, but basically, so someone will purchase one or more copies of a set, and they will basically announce a price. So they might say 10 cents per part, and what they'll do is open up the set, pull out the parts that they want, and then dump the rest into a sort of a wide bucket, and the rest of us, like let's say seagulls after hot chips will grab and pick at the parts that have been thrown into the bucket and then retrieve what they want, and then at the end of it they will pay 10 cents per part to the person who run the game. So it's a good game. So for instance, like that set that you've opened just there might be a whole heap of parts you want, and then a whole heap of parts you don't want, and the parts you don't want you could chuck in the bucket, and then the seagulls will probably take care of it and give you some money so that you can go to the shop and buy another set next month.
I think I'm very good at this game because I want to tend to just have everything in case I need it one day. I sort of have that mentality.
But if you need it one day, you can always buy it on Bricklink. And sometimes it's easier to just buy it on Bricklink so you don't have to find it through your mile of piles of parts.
Yeah, I was about to say that. There's some people have the problem of it's easier to buy it off Bricklink than to try and find it in their house.
Crazy, I love it.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. How is everyone tracking? We're currently reaching the 3-hour mark, just over the 3-hour mark. We usually run this for about 3.5 hours. So I'm not sure if we want to keep going or.
I'm having a great time. Just me.
I could go years on end.
Sorry?
How are we doing the votes for the shops?
So that'll be posted on Facebook. Andrea is working on the post now. Andrea, can you come on the chat and tell us when it's done?
Come on the stream and say.
Come on the stream, yeah. I know you're watching. You're commenting in the chat.
She's just logged off now.
Andrea
has left.
The mock comp will be posted in the Mugs Facebook group, and we'll vote on there, I guess.
Is the online weekly mock comp still happening?
When Andrea posts it is happening. Yes, the weekly mock comps should be happening. I think it might be moving to 2 weekly, just so we've got time to cover our stuff and get it done. But we're definitely doing the monthly mock comp. It just depends on the time of the committee and when we can post it. So and the interest of people. If we don't get enough interest in the comps, then we may stop it.
And does studio have as equal much of a vote as a physical build, or is it more favoured to physical builds?
Either is fine. So Studio has a rendering capability, so it's really good to render your models. So you can do physical or digital. I post my entries as a Studio file because it's just easier to build the parts. Yeah, it all depends. It's either or.
And who votes for it?
Sorry?
Who does the voting?
So for the weekly mock competitions, it's sent to a mystery judge every week. So Andrea picks someone random from the group and they get asked if they'd like to be a judge. And then they decide on that week's competition. For the monthly competition, it's posted in the Mugs group with a poll, and the most votes wins. Yeah. I forgot to mention as well, we're having an online show next week. So if anyone has built anything that they'd like to exhibit in our online show, next Saturday we're doing an online show to show off some creative stuff. We know that people are missing out on Brickvention and all the other Lego shows. So if you want to be part of that, I've put a couple of posts in the Mugs group at the moment. But it'd be similar to something like this where we just take you through, everyone gets a few minutes and takes us through some of the regular builds that they've done, previous builds, past builds, new builds, whatever. And you can just show off your Lego creations. So if you're keen to be part of that, you can send me a message on Facebook, or I've posted a couple of the links in the Mugs group at the moment. So I'll bump that post up and make sure it's known. So if you want to be part of it, it's a bit of fun and you can show off your creations. So we need to ideally try and get creations and interest registered by Friday, and then we'll do the show on Saturday during the day. So, yeah.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
one other thing I wanted to say, since we're in lockdown, I've been discovering a few of my older sets that I haven't really used for a while. They've just been in storage. I've just showed them around to re-exploring them. Which one of them is the Coast Guard helicopter from, when was it? I think 2012. This one right here. The old Coast. That one I only recently discovered. I had again. Which I did like. The only thing I liked how the fact that it did have the power function in it. Which I think, when I don't think Lego really does. I've never really seen a Lego City set with the power function in a while. With the actual rope that actually pulls up automatically. But yeah, that's been discovered that again. That was great. Just gonna put the camera again. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. Nice. Sorry, there's a couple of questions in the comments. How do we sort our colors and shapes and sizes? So we I sort my things by parts sizes in bags sometimes. Yes.
I do it by part, really, because on a smaller collection, I'd say probably like color's better on a smaller collection, but once you start getting a bigger collection and trying to find a black stud, for example, or black 1x1 round, I should say, and a whole bunch of big plates, it's gonna be so.
It depends. It depends how you build. For some people do sort by color, because they might build like a monochrome. They might build a monochrome statue, and they want all of their tan parts together. But if you build like with a variety of things, I think by type works so much better because it's easy to find a white. It's easy to find a white clip in a whole bucket of clips as opposed to a single white clip in a whole bucket of white. So
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. As long as you're not colorblind.
Person that has a bit more patience and is doing a certain build that's only in one color sorting would be better. But if you're very much a person who likes technical parts and uses them, there's a lot more parts, like keeping it technical so they can access the bricks quickly. I would say parts much better.
Mm.
And again,
so Andrew is just saying that the poll is live. So if you hop onto the Mugs Facebook group, you can start voting for the monthly mock competition. The polling will end around 7 o'clock tonight, and a prize winner will be announced. So make sure you go along and vote for that prize. And also, if you are interested in the door prize for today's Mugs meeting, there is a post in the Mugs group for the door prize. So make sure you put your name on a comment there, and there'll be a door prize as well for the Mugs competition. Yeah.
Do you think the brick markets are still going to run in November?
Currently, we're waiting on government guidance for announcing a brick market. Obviously, with social distancing and cleaning and sanitizing rules in place, it makes it hard to run it in the space that we have. So it all depends on how the virus goes and if we're out of lockdown at that point.
That sounds awesome. Brick market. Wow.
Yeah, so the brick market, we run usually twice a year, and people can bring along sets that they want to sell or parts or older sets, parts, animals, whatever.
Normally
Instruction.
lots of second-hand parts, second-hand sets,
Yeah.
new sets, of older sets, and it's
Older
pretty
sets. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
You can usually get some good bargains there.
How about I have an idea? I was thought about maybe if we can't, I was perhaps thinking perhaps we have a maybe doing a bit like what we're doing on this Saturday, sort of having sort of a walkthrough of all, so maybe doing it as an auction, for example, maybe, and then perhaps using like a Gumtree or eBay perhaps, and having it set so then whoever you contact the person as soon as it's up on eBay, or maybe, you know what I mean, sort of maybe let them know it's just about to be up, so then they can purchase it before anyone else does. Perhaps that might involve technicalities that I don't know about, but that might be an idea.
It's a lot harder to create an online auction sort of site or showing off parts and stuff. So I think it's a bit harder to do that.
Yeah, I realized that.
Yeah. And there's so many Facebook groups at the moment that allow selling of parts and sets and stuff. So yeah, even on Mugs on a Wednesday night, we allow sales posts to be posted on Wednesday. So if you've got anything that you'd like to sell, you can post it on the Mugs group on Wednesday, and we can offer a sales sort of day on Wednesday. So
you can do wanted to buy too. So if you want to put a post up for certain parts that you want, you can do I want to buy these parts, and you'll find a lot of the members will jump in and offer you the parts that you're after. So
absolutely.
One other thing I wanted to say, I was doing a Bricklink order, right? And and I noticed in the seller's terms and conditions, it mentioned something about mugs. They actually got mugs. which was
Sorry?
I think so. I was in a bricklaying order, and it said that you can be either you can get sent or it can be you can buy you can
Pick
actually
up
get it.
fruit. Yeah, pick up.
From mugs. So
Yeah, so we have quite a few Bricklink vendors that attend Mugs meetings. So Justin, who was on earlier, runs TLC Bricks. So whenever he is coming to a Mugs meeting, he'll post on the Mugs group if you want to place an order, save on shipping and coming to Mugs.
that's who I ordered it from. TLC Bricks.
Yeah. So Justin does
Justin.
To a lot of people.
That's coincidental.
Yeah.
Very coincidental.
So yeah, Justin's really good like that, and he'll look out for parts if you're after certain parts, or put them aside for you. Yeah, and he'll also, as I said, if he's coming along to a Mugs meeting or something, he'll join in. Yeah, and bring it along. Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty much. The sun's going down. I guess we've been going for it for a while now, so I guess.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the 3.5 hour mark. I might start wrapping things up here, and we might sort of end the live stream in another 5 or 6 minutes. So just recapping, if you haven't voted for the monthly mock competition, please hop onto the Mugs group and place your vote before 7 p.m. tonight. That way the people that have put a lot of effort into their creations can see who likes what they're doing. The virtual show is on next week. So if you want to be part of the virtual show and enter into the competition, enter into the show, we just need the information sent to us by Friday. It can be any new creation or old creation, or anything that you're working on at the moment to show off. So we'd ask you to just talk about it or send us a little blurb so I can talk about it for you if you don't want to show up on live camera. The next meeting will be basically in a month's time, and details will that be posted in the live chat coming up soon. In the events tab in the Mugs group. The weekly mock competition will be posted soon. I'm going to say soon. Looking at you, Andrea, you'll post it at some point. And next month's monthly mock competition will be included in the event as well. So yeah, I think I've got everything. Oh, and if you want to be part of the door prize, including the people on the stream, have a look for the door prize post in Mugs, and you can see if you can put the comment there and enter a door prize. Yeah.
And thank you to Wade for being a wonderful.
Thank you.
Sorry, Michael,
Lovely
you
to
go.
Thank you to Wade for being a wonderful master of ceremonies and bringing up all the screenshots and images that we've hit him with at a moment's notice without any prior preparation. It's pretty impressive. Quick on that old Google, aren't you?
My Google skills are high.
You Google Ninja.
Yep.
Nice work.
Cool.
No, thank you too, because it's been really enjoyable, and welcome to the new people that have come along.
Yeah, it's been really good. Thank you for everyone that's joined in. And thank you for people who've joined in the live chat and the live stream as well. It's been really nice to meet a whole bunch of new people. And we look forward to seeing you at a physical Mugs meeting at some time in the future, and the virtual meetings when we host them every month. Until then. Yeah.
I'll see you next time.
Great. Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Another thing.
Thank you.
Don't forget, Steve Reynolds does a show on YouTube most Friday nights.
We don't need to promote Steve. He gets enough.
What is
If
it?
people want to go along, it's quite enjoyable.
You don't need to pump up his tires.
Steve Reynolds, he was on earlier. He does a live stream on Friday nights, usually between 8:30 and 9:30 it starts. And he does just a general building channel. He usually posts a link some places. And Australian Brick Chick does a Tuesday night build session, usually around 8:30. So if you want to get into more streaming, you can join their streams as well and have a bit of fun.
Okay.
So it's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah, I find it quite enjoyable. You learn some new stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's usually a bit of fun. Yeah.
Bumping. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.